It is my pleasure to introduce the organizing committee of TORMP 2021. The patron, yes, none other than our Dr. Jan Rolly Madden, Dean from School of Business, Margaret Everett College, City University, New York. And today we will start today's session with our Rolly Madden presentation. And she is a wonderful speaker, inspiring woman, and a global leader. So in this way, I would like to welcome our Dr. Jan Rolly Madden to our webinar. And I'm really thankful to Madam for her continuous support to our Eudoxia Research Center. And thereafter, I would like to share with you the convener of today, that TORMP 2021, is a Professor Dr. Anthony Kanu, sir. And he is from the professor from Tanzania University, Nigeria. So I would like to welcome our Professor Kanu, sir, also to this TORMP 2021. And I'm really thankful for his support as being the convener of TORMP 2021. Organizing secretary here, that KK Collins from Nigeria, and Smriti Mehta, Assistant General Secretary from Jharkhand State Research Council of Eudoxia. Thereafter, the coordinator, Samuel Kawalda, the country president from Ghana Research Council, and the Bilal Ahmed, Assistant General Secretary, Jammu and Kashmir Research Council of Eudoxia. Now, I think that this is time to introduce in front of you the speakers of today's webinar. We have our speaker, Dr. Jan Rolly Madden from United States of America. Thereafter, we'll have the presentation by our Professor, Dr. Annie Alexander, and she is the Global President of NAPA. Thereafter, I will give my presentation, and I am here, Professor Dr. Ritu Saikat, Professor and the Director and the Chairman of Eudoxia Research Center. So we hope that today we will enjoy all the presentation. And before starting our session, we can see here that is the 6:25 as per Indian Standard Time. So within 10 minutes, we will start our presentation. And therefore, before starting the presentation, I would like to request 1 minute greeting message and address note from our guest of honor. Today we are having the guest of honor here, and I would like to seek the availability one after another. We can see here that with the video mode, I would like to request all our guests of honor to switch on their videos so that we can introduce in front of others. So thank you, and we have received also the more and more messages. And today we have the topic I would like to share here again, that today we will discuss about the principles of effective research paper writing and standard templates. Yes, this is very, very important topic. I hope that everyone will enjoy. I will show my live presentation regarding the how to go for writing down the effective research paper and to how to publish it in a Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4 journals. So before our session, this is time to unmute our professor, academicians, and global leader. I would like to unmute at first our Dean Hemlal Bhattarai sir from Dean from Ningmel Engineering College, Royal University of Bhutan for the greeting message. So I would like to request our Hemlal Bhattarai sir for one greeting message to all.
Hello, sir. Greeting from Bhutan.
Very good evening, sir, from India. And thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much. And then greeting to entire world. It is my pleasure that I'm getting an opportunity to share my welcome message in this August event from 2021. I have a vivid memory how from 2020, those three versions 1, 2, 3 was, and I know that it has benefited a lot of our researchers, lot of our academicians, and it is during TORMP we could see that a lot of eminent speakers are coming forward to have this research fraternity. I in particular is extremely happy that Eudoxia is taking all its initiatives under your dynamic leadership to reach far-flung societies in building research as a career opportunity, to be a research entrepreneur, to be the entrepreneur with the research mindset in solving the global issues. I should also share that with my engagement continuously with Eudoxia, even my personal thirst for research has continuously increased.
Yes.
Currently, also I am on writing, I think, couple of papers, and one happened to be on entrepreneurship. Uh, that is something what I realized when we are trying to do all this platform. We are opening eyes to everybody in different dimensions to see global problem as our problem, involved in our little way to solve the global problem. And I applaud Dr. Rituraj Sakya, Pratishtha Sakya, and the entire colleagues of Eudoxia for this tireless effort. I know how tirelessly you people are working to solve these societies and then building this research fraternity. I am appreciating the hard work of everybody. So without wasting much time, I am from Bhutan, and definitely I will have my session at later part of from 2021 and then other event of Eudoxia definitely. But yes, what I would like to convey to everybody is that we should serve the society. I was recently invited by one of the colleagues, I think it is referred by Eudoxia only, where I have to talk about chemical richness of India.
Yes.
I am from Bhutan. And I said, yes, it is fine. Because in my own little way, in my own little experience, if I can explore those things and then share to the community, it makes sense. Then I have, in next week, I have a session where I will be talking in a 3 days events on the essence of science and technology towards solving the issues that we are facing today. So the things are moving quite pretty well. And then I know our colleagues, especially the eminent speaker, I applaud Madam Jan Rolly ma'am, the entire other colleagues. They are tirelessly trying to contribute to Eudoxia's, the communities, to other research fraternities for building the research pioneer life. So with this, I would like to request this 100 plus participants present here. This 1 month session is an excellent platform through which you can come through lot of ups and downs. You get good sessions, you appreciate good input, and if you really take it quite seriously, you be a good researcher. I can assure that. With this warm greeting to everybody, enjoy your researchpreneur journey of this 1 month. You will realize that it will go in blink of your eyes, and then you'll also realize that there are a lot of unlocked potential on you, which will be locked by end of this session. Thank you so much from Bhutan.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. And I would like to request a big hand from each and everyone for our Dean, Hamlal Bhattare, sir, from Zigman Angmel Engineering College, Royal University of Bhutan. Yes, the true inspiration given by our Hamlal Bhattare, sir, as a guest of honor in today TORMP webinar. And we are really happy that each and every academicians, they are supporting our research center. And whenever some organization are asking that, sir, please refer the right person for this part. As sir has shared that in the chemical engineering and entrepreneurship, they're asking that, sir, give us one good speaker. I personally know our Hamlal Bhattare, sir, and I have shared that he will be the best person for you, and he will deliver that one. And sir is always contributing. Please approach sir and refer us also. So we have seen that in that way, actually, we are making the global network. We are enhancing our knowledge. And this time it is our pleasure, and very soon that Eudoxia is going to introduce its own skybags. Yes, our innovation center is working like that. In the we have launched our Yo-Yo Masti, that one of the innovation from our Eudoxia, and now we are entering into the bike industry also. And very soon the people of the world will found the new type of vehicle in their hand. I hope that all of you will enjoy this hybrid vehicle as we are saying about the innovation. And I would like to share that here. It's not only the Tesla that going to launch only the electronic vehicle with artificial intelligence. that Eudoxia Research Center within 3 months is going to launch its first vehicle, and which will be affordable. It's not the 60 lakhs as like Tesla. So affordable, and other people can go with the small family and having much more advantages than the other vehicles. And it is our pleasure to share with you during today's webinar. Now I would like to move forward, and I would like to unmute our Meredith Villa Madam, the Chief Technical Officer of Eudoxia Research Center from Philippines, for 2-minute address note to all. Very good evening, madam.
Yes, good evening, dear Chairman, Professor Dr. Rituraj Saikia, and to our Managing Director, Dr. Pratisha Saikia, to all the eminent speakers for our TORMP 2021. This is another historical and really successful event for a 1-month training on research and methodology. So I welcome the global community for the massive participation for this wonderful event. And good evening from Philippines. We continuously uphold the mission and vision of Eudoxia Research Center, and we will continuously abide with the encouragement to all our participants that they can reach out to us whenever they need something from Eudoxia Research Center. And we also encourage all the siblings and all the relatives of these IIPNs to join the upcoming event for the Junior International Innovation Program this month also that we are launching. And therefore, we promote also our other events, the Olympiad for February. It is also upcoming. And we thank all of you for this encouragement for us to continue what we have started. So the journey lives on for the researchpreneur life, and we enjoy and we always collaborate and be united. Thank you so much from Philippines, from the bottom of my heart. Mabuhay tayong lahat. Salamat po.
Thank you. Thank you very much,
Chairman.
madam, for your inspiration, for your message to all the participants and the academicians. So we have seen that the Chief Technical Officer of Eudoxia Research Center, Mary Reese Villa Madam from Philippines, already given the greeting message. Now this is time to unmute our Dean from Eudoxia Research Center, our Professor, Dr. Rajesh Kannur sir from India. I would like to request Kannur sir for 2-minute greeting message to all.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, and Saika madam, Mary Villa madam, and Jolly madam, and all other deans of like Hemalal Bhattara sir, and also the participants of today's session and those who are enrolled. Okay, I'm very happy and very extremely happy to welcome all the speakers and also the participants to this 1-month training. Of course, especially this training is having very peculiar topics, okay, in the research, and the speakers are also from different countries on the same topic. They will deliver the sessions which enhance your knowledge and also your thinking process. And it is one of the very, very good way of a teaching learning process which enhances your own thoughts. Make use of it. Good luck. Thank you. One and all.
Thank you very much, sir. We have seen that our Professor Dr. Rajesh Kannur sir given the greeting message. Now this is time to unmute our President from Bangladesh Research Council of Eudoxia. I am happy to introduce in front of you Abu Said Haq sir, and he has taken the initiative now that physically also they are working, and all the team members are inspiring the world to work more and more in the Bangladesh. And we have seen that they are making more contribution to Eudoxia Research Center. So may I request you, sir, for your 2-minute greeting message to all the participants and the academics.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, sir, for the interaction. And it's a good evening from Bangladesh. And good evening, sir, Chairman, the Managing Director. And it's, I know it's got good morning to Jan Rolly Madden, saying hello. And yes, it's good evening from Bangladesh to all of the participants. And especially I want to thank all the eminent speakers who will be giving their lecture. And I'm grateful to them because they are continuously sharing their knowledge with all the participants from all over the world. And you know, as sir mentioned, Professor Dr. Rajesh Kanu sir mentioned that as on the same topic, the speakers from different countries, they are sharing their knowledge. Actually, the participants who have joined and who will be joining, they could have the opportunity to have the 4D vision of a topic. So you were the multi-dimensional vision you could have. You were listening the lecture from India, the speakers from other countries, from USA, from Nigeria, from different countries. So this is amazing platform, and I'm really very happy to be the part of Euresia Research Center. And we have some sort of vision and mission. We know and we believe that only the researcher, they can change the world in a better shape. They can give the better shape to the world. So if we can make our researchers skilled, if we know that we have our researcher have the potentials, and we need to actually sharp those edges to cut it sharply and make the better shape of the world. So this is the what we do believe, and we are trying our level best, and we are giving our best efforts to make this training program possible. And yes, our chairman mentioned that in the last year, this TORMP successfully 3 training sessions of TORMP actually we conducted. And in this year, with the request of many of the participants, though have experience, they have also appreciated us, and they want this TORMP again to be introduced in this year. So TORMP 2021 this year. So this is the first session of TORMP, and this is amazing. The only thing that, as our Hemal sir mentioned, that within a blink of eye, this 1 month training program will be in. Today we are having the inaugural session, and after a month, we are thinking that it's a long month that we will have the valedictory section. But trust me, you will not be able to blink your eyes, and after attending 2 to 3 sessions, then you will find that it will be your 12 sessions. So we are having an excellent journey. I do appreciate the initiative of the Euresia Research Center. I do congratulate from the bottom of my heart to our chairman and our managing director and all the office staff for putting the efforts. They are really, we know, as we are very close to them, we do have to attend some sort of meetings and all those planning sessions. And I find our chairman he's very ambitious, and he's very inspiring. He's inspiring living listen. Whenever I do listen to him, I got the inspirations, and I really appreciate him for this initiative, and he is contributing excellently. And we are trying our level best to give more and more support to the researchers. Every possible ways we want to support our researcher to make them efficient. Thank you very much. And I want to congratulate all the eminent speakers for sharing your knowledge. And this is a new journey with TORMP 2021. So definitely. And I'm welcoming all the participants from all over the world for today's session. Thank you and welcome you all.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. And I think that is a true inspiration by our Abu Said officer, and every researcher and academician will join their hand to more research and innovation. Now this is time to unmute our another dean from our Euresia Research Center. I would like to seek the availability. Yes, Dr. Radhakrishnan, sir, the dean from School of Social Science and Humanities from Euresia Research Center, India. I would like to request you, Dr. Radhakrishnan, sir.
Good evening, sir. Good evening.
Very good evening, sir.
Thank you for the invitation. Heartfully welcome all the participants gathered here, all the distinguished academicians, and all other family members of Euresia Research Center. And I happy to request all the participants enjoy the learning sessions of Euresia platform. We are doing something different, and enjoy the learning sessions of distinguished academicians from different branches of knowledge. They are very expert in their particular field, and this is a kind of learning experiences. That is always something different that we can enjoy your learning experiences. All the academic, I wish good luck to all the academicians and research scholars and all other faculty members from different branches of knowledge. Thank you very much, one and all.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir, for your short greeting message. And we are congratulating you for being the dean and also the inspiration for the young researcher. And now this is time to unmute the man that he is the today guest of honor and also the speaker of Inaugural Research Center. And he is the man from the statistics background from the Goa Medical College. He is none other than our Dr. Manoj Kulkarni, sir, the associate professor from Goa Medical College, India. And I would like to share here that one sentence that if you want to learn SPSS, you have to be connected with our Kulkarni, sir. Like that, we are all doing SPSS, not an issue. But fact is that I always admire him for his faster way, simpler presentation in most of the programs. That those who are doing qualitative or quantitative, especially the quantitative research and the data analysis and being stuck in their research, that which will be the best process for my analyzing my data, whether it is parametric, non-parametric, is the person. So may I request you, sir, for your 2 minutes greeting message.
Yes. Good evening, sir. Good evening to you all. Good evening to all the participants. Good evening to all the guest faculties. And I congratulate all the participants for participating in this TORMP 2021. Eudoxia is trying its best to bring out the good quality research papers. So in order to bring a good research paper, it is essential that your research is based on a well-defined research questions, good research methodology, using of good data methods of data collection, and where you requires all the skills, techniques. So you will get all the opportunity to use all in this one. I congratulate Professor Rituraj Saikia for enabling all these facilities under one umbrella. So I congratulate all the participants once again. They will make best use of this one, so that at the end they are in a position to bring a good quality research. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. And finally, I would like to unmute our president from Kashmir. Yes, Dr. Nawaz Mir, sir. I would like to seek the availability that Dr. Nawaz Mir, sir. And I think that Dr. Nawaz, yeah, now I have seen Dr. Nawaz Mir, sir. I would like to unmute Dr. Nawaz Mir, sir, and from the Kashmir and from President Kashmir Research Council.
Very good evening to one and all, sir.
Thank you for joining, and may I request you, sir, for 2-minute greeting message to all the academicians and researchers of the world.
I congratulate all speakers, our director, sir, and all the participants. As we all know that this research is important tool for the development of the country, as it is one of the great index of the development of the country. Any country will get developed in every aspect when there is a good research. But to have the good research, it needs good skills of research, good guidance and counseling regarding the research, right from the first step up to the end of the step of the research scholar. There should be proper guidance. As I have completed research from last year, so I consider one thing, that during the research or after completion of the research, there should be proper guidance and the counseling regarding every aspect of the research. And research after getting this proper guidance and the counseling regarding the research, the scholar can enable the country to get developed in every aspect. So the first step and up to the end, up to the paper publication and up to the becoming the one of the great research scholar in all over the world, needs proper guidance and the counseling. But our orthodoxy research plays important role in providing the guidance and the counseling, as it acts one of the best and the great platform for all the scholars, all the academicians, and all the new learners regarding these tactics, regarding these research methodologies. We jointly, with the help of our director, sir, and with the help of the great scholars from different countries, play important role in providing the good guidance and the counseling for these all scholars. And it is one of the important aspect that there should be proper guidance and the counseling. And this is only possible with the help of the best family, the none other than the Eudoxia family. Sir, all the skills of the research scholars should be in proper way. And Eudoxia plays right from the first step and up to the ending step of the research.
I think that, sir, yeah, now I'm muted. I think that Dr. Nawazmi sir actually facing problem in his area, because I would like to share here that though India is known for 4G and 5G technology, now recently 5G is also here, but in Kashmir they are facing problem. They are not having that facility, and therefore I think that he is facing the problem due to his internet connection. But we have seen that how he was inspiring the people, inspiring the researcher, academician, and demanding them for more research. Thank you, Dr. Nawazmi sir, for your greeting message. We are really grateful to you. So we have seen that our Dr. Nawazmi sir made one that greeting message. Now I would like to unmute, and as today the inaugural session, I am unmuting some of the officers, country presidents of Eudoxia, and I'm here also asking for apology because we are working with 193 countries. So all the president even of the country council, we are not able to unmute right now, but slowly we will introduce with our participants. And now I would like to unmute our Semi from Ghana. Yes, so I would like to unmute Semi, and I would like to request you for one greeting message.
Good afternoon from Ghana. Greetings to participants and the chairman said good afternoon. I would like to welcome all participants to the inaugural session of TORMPS 2021. At the beginning of this year, we started with TORMPS. Yes. The patronage was very high. And I've been saying more often that when you want an institution where great mentors and academicians would equip you with the requisite skills and knowledge to conduct research, then you should come no place other than Eudoxia Research Center. So I wish you all participants to enjoy their learning for this 1 month TORMPS program. I also want to introduce the participants to the International Innovation Program, which is a 1-year course for researchers, academicians, and scholars that as they are going, as this program is going on for this 1 month, they should make it a point to join, because there are a lot of things that they are going to learn. Eudoxia remains the best. On this note, I thank you all for your attention. Enjoy your learning. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Samuel. And we are congratulating you for being the part of our Eudoxia. And I would like to take the opportunity to unmute our Joseph Matthews, sir, our collaborative partner from India, Goa. And I would like to share here that Dr. Joseph Matthews are always inspiring the researcher, and their institution, their call is always support our Eudoxia Research Center in Goa, in India. So I would like to request our Joseph Matthews, sir, for 2 minutes address note to all the researchers and academicians of the world. Very good evening, sir. Sir, we are not getting your audio. Kindly try to add maybe headphones, or maybe your audio is not coming, sir. You can see your video only. I think that our Jose Matthew sir is facing problem. I will again seek Jose Matthew sir. I will come to Jose Matthew sir again. And before it, I would like to unmute our Muhammad. I have seen that Muhammad already joined, and I would like to unmute Muhammad for your address note. Our executive officer, Muhammad. Yeah, I would like to request you one greeting message for 2 minutes from your side.
Good evening to one and all. It's my pleasure welcoming you with the new course on 1 month on premise with Eudoxia Institute, with Eudoxia Research Center. It's my pleasure being a member of this a team, an inspirational team with the chairman. I really appreciate being with you. And I really inspiring the academicians and researchers to be to fight as one team. It's my pleasure, and it's my sincerely appreciating being a member of you. I'm welcoming for those from the new participants for today's session. I really appreciate and thank you all. Welcome once again. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Muhammad, and for your greeting message. And we are keeping really appreciating your work and support to our research center. I would like to seek the availability of our Kubai actually that from Ministry of Higher Education, Kenya, and sir, I think that disconnected. And okay, Jose Matthews sir joined, and I would like to unmute our Dr. Jose Matthews sir from Goa, India for 2-minute greeting message.
Are you able to hear me, sir?
Yes,
Am I
yes,
audible?
Yes, very good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening, sir. Yeah, Professor Raj Saikia, sir, Pradiksha, madam, all the office bearers of Eudoxia, all the participants. I am greatly privileged to speak to you and welcome you all to this wonderful program. We are very much indebted to Eudoxia because during this pandemic, Eudoxia organized wonderful programs for the researchers all over the world. And Eudoxia has changed the problems into projects. And of course, there were so many programs which we all participated, not only we, but people from all the different countries. And we are very happy to be a part of this great organization. And I am very sure that this organization is growing to growing to greater heights. And we all want to see that research is given its proper place all over the world. If we see that the research outlay given by different governments, it is very, very less. And we can see that the percentage, when it compared to the GDP of the countries, the research, especially in developing countries, the percentage is less than 1%. So I think that Eudoxia will be able to bring this to the notice of the respective governments. And in future, we all will be able to work together to improve the quality of research in different institutions. Not only that, there are so many research studies conducted by the great researchers, but these studies have not been used by the governments. Many studies are still in cupboards and it has not been used. So I think as Eudoxia, we all need to do something for this, that these studies, the findings of these studies should be used for the development of human beings, because education and research is fundamental to development. So I am sure that this conference will help all the participants to improve their research skills, and they will be able to contribute to the humanity more after attending this program. And I wish you all well, and especially I would like to congratulate the organizers for coming up with some tailor-made wonderful programs for the researchers all over the world. Once again, congratulations to Saikia madam and all the office bearers. Special congratulations to all participants. And it is a great privilege for you to be a part of Eudoxia. And we also have an MOU with this great organization. And we also look forward to have such wonderful programs in future also. Once again, thank you and welcome all of you. Welcome one and all.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. I think that this is really true inspiration to the researcher and academician. So we are just coming nearer to starting our webinar, And before it, I will take the opportunity to seek the availability of our Deputy Director, Dr. Patricia Madam, because she is the woman conducting each and everything, connecting each and everyone, and managing each and everything for our Eudoxia Research Center. So before starting this session, I'm again asking the apology from our Rolle Madam, because I know that the Madam already joined and we have spent already around 30 minutes. So we'll take very less time. I would like to that unmute our Deputy Director, Madam, if Madam is here. I would like to seek the availability. And take that. Okay, I have unmuted our Deputy Director, and I would like to request our Deputy Director here to unmute herself to give one greeting message to all. I think that Madam is facing some problem. I have seen here that Dr. Mansi Bora Madam is also here. I would like to request Dr. Mansi Bora Madam, the President from Assam Research Council of Eudoxia Research Center, for one greeting message.
Yeah. Very good evening, sir. Am I audible, sir? Am I audible, sir? Yeah, very good evening, good afternoon, and good morning to all the participants and distinguished resource persons, and also the officers of Eudoxia from different parts of the world. First of all, I would like to say sorry for not being able to join with my video mode due to some network issues. I would like to welcome all of you to this global research community, Eudoxia. As we all know that Eudoxia has already created a global research community with the great endeavor of our chairman, Professor Dr. Rituraj Saikia, and MD Madam, Mrs. Saikia Madam. And we hope that with the help of all the resource persons from the different part of the world, our participants will be able to enhance their knowledge on the field of research, and they will be able to uplift their research work, and they will be benefited by this 1 month training on research, manuscript drafting, and publishing. So we have already completed 3 1-month session like this in last year, 2020, and this is the first we are going to start. And I wish you all the best to all the participants for happy learning, and all the resource person for their great sessions. Yes, and I hope that we all will be benefited with this excellent presentation of our excellent resource persons from the different part of the world. I wish you good luck to all of one and all present here. Thank you all. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Now, we know that the writing down of a research paper is a tedious work. And it is maybe the boring for some researcher that whenever you're starting your work. And if you can learn from the right person, then it is the opportunity that you have to catch. Truly, I'm saying that it is my great honor and a pleasure to introduce in front of you Dr. Jan Rolly Madden, the woman inspiring the world, the global leader connecting the different countries, the woman always supporting Eudoxia Research Center by her advice, by her pathway, and also sharing her knowledge with us. And she is the leader who is working not only in one country, but on most of the countries of the world and supporting the research. Now, I would like to request our madam for her presentation. Over to you, madam.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, madam. You're audible.
Okay, so I'm going to try a little something different today. I have narrated my slides, and so if at some point you don't hear me, I will repeat it. I am so happy to be here today with you as you embark on this wonderful journey to learn, to listen, and to grow as researchers from wherever you are. And so I've changed it just a little bit. Usually I talk about the research process just from your perspective, but recently I've been reviewing manuscripts, and I thought for this presentation, I will also share with you the perspective of the reviewer. Many times, and this is not to daunt you, but many times you will get rejected, and sometimes you don't necessarily understand why. So in this particular presentation, actually, at least half of the presentation, I will talk about the manuscript and the research from the reviewer's perspective. And so let me get started with my narrated slides. And if you don't hear the narration, please, if someone would just let me know, I will repeat what is there. I have over 30 years of experience in the government and the corporate sector. And much of my experience late has been in higher education. Within higher education, I have been an academic administrator my entire career, from everything starting from the chair of a department of economics, entrepreneurship, and information systems, on up to the president of a cybersecurity university. However, my favorite job has been the dean of a business school, and I've served as dean of the Business School of Mecca for the last 7 years. And prior to that, I was a dean at another institution for 5 or 6 years. So I've been around the academy, I've been around corporate, done my own consulting business. And from that venue, that perspective, I bring you today. Okay, so let me see. Seminar. Let's talk a little bit about what we're going to be talking about so that you can understand the landscape of what this presentation is about. I always like to talk about the research that is needed globally. I do that in most of the presentations that I do. Then I talk about the researcher's journey and how is the road less traveled. Not everyone in the academy is doing the research, and therefore many of us who are doing this great work need to focus on it as much as we could. And then I talk a little bit about the world is flat. We do not have to be alone. There are many others who are doing research. They might not be at your institution. They might not even be in your country. In fact, I talk a lot about the cross-discipline and the multicultural teams that I work with, but it's important to see the research from many different perspectives and many different cultures, I think. And then I will delve deep into the publications and what a reviewer is looking for. I'll talk about the publication guidelines, and that is very key to getting your work published. I'll talk then about the elements of the manuscript that is reviewed by the reviewer. I'll even show you a real sample review form. And then I will talk about why many articles are rejected before they even get to the peer review stage. And then I'll talk about more of the peer review rejections. And all of this is coming from live data, a study that was done by one of my colleagues and friends, Professor Dada, at the Center for Business and Economic Research. They actually published a paper. I share with you the link to find the paper so that you can read for yourself why many of these papers are getting rejected and how you can mitigate some of that. I'll talk to you also about the author's declaration and why that is necessary. You know, we live in a day and time where we have a lot of electronic sharing, and plagiarism is something that you necessarily now have to sign a document that this is original work, and I'll share with you what that declaration looks like. And then I'll give you some recommendations from that same paper of how to be successful getting your paper published. And then we'll talk a little bit about conclusions. So with that is a full plate, and let's get started. So why research is needed globally. And I'm an economist, so I like to talk about this from an economist perspective. As global wealth creation continues to grow exponentially at the apex, there is stagnation and poverty increase at the bottom levels. Poverty plagues economies globally, resulting in underutilization of diverse talent, especially for the underserved. That is my why. That is why I personally am in this work. You may have a different why. Additionally, global underemployment is on the increase, and skilled labor demands decreases with the advent of technology and automation. Post-pandemic, we will find a need for more dynamic research to solve our problems faster. And that's a broad range of problems, not just economic problems, but we have health crisis, we have social justice crisis, we have many, many crises that are going on now. And so we have to come to the table with our research and our dissemination of that research a lot faster than we have in the past. Let's talk about the world. Talk about publications now. I apologize, I got to go back. Okay. Let's talk about the. All right, so this is where my technology isn't working fast enough, so I will just fill in on this part. The researcher's journey on the road less travel. What I want to encourage you to do is to not necessarily to follow the crowd. I want to encourage you to look for your own passion of learning, to be curious, to look deep in your discipline of interest, and to understand that there is an academic community and a knowledge base to support you, as well as look for innovative ways in which to approach the problem. A lot of times we see people publishing in one area and we want to follow that area, but I encourage you to look at the deep, harder problems, the problems that you personally would like to see solved, and to work on some of those as well. Let's talk about the world is flat and global teams. And I like to talk about teams because many of the problems that we seek to solve are far greater than we as an individual can solve. And so the factors of production all over have become more fluid within the last 20 years or even 10 years. That land used to be an important factor in terms of finding solutions and like minds, but we find that you no longer have to be in your country to work with someone on a problem. You no longer have to be working with someone in your institution. We find that labor is extremely mobile, and we have the ability, like now, I am here in the US, you are there in India, Bangladesh, and some of the other countries. And so we find that now we have access to all of the factors of production. Capital is extremely mobile. It follows talent, it follows opportunity, it follows resources. And entrepreneurial ability, in which we talk about in our work, because we believe that the entrepreneurs drive all the other factors of production. And so the world is flat, and global teams can come together to find and leverage the factors of production to help us solve the problems that we are facing faster. So let's talk about publications now. Okay, this is very, very important. I have a sample publication guideline, one in which we just used. Actually, we were vetting a group of manuscripts today. And I can tell you part of the reason why several of the manuscripts were not approved or accepted was because they simply didn't follow the guidelines. If the guidelines tell you there's a certain font, use that font. If the guidelines said to submit in Word format, do not submit in a PDF format. You know, it depends on the editors, it depends on the publisher, but you could be eliminated for something as simply as not following the format that was requested in the guidelines. And I want to go straight to the main one here, the structure. And this is because I've just dealt with. We reviewed maybe 20 submissions, of which at least almost half did not follow the structure. And so if we're asking for a structure, we're asking for a structure for a reason. You see the abstract is asked for, the literature review, and then the different components line by line is what the reviewer is looking for. And if you don't have it in this format, if you don't follow the guidelines, you are risking all of the hard, good work in the content. And that's what happened. We had a lot of good content, but it didn't follow the format. And so sometimes your editors, sometimes your publishers will send it back and say, accepted with minor revisions. And oftentimes I will find that those revisions are not related to the content. Content is wonderful. Those revisions are related to the format. Now, if you have real structural problems and there's some content problems, like say for instance that the journal says we are doing a theme, and that theme is entrepreneurship for the underserved, and you send in a content that's just about entrepreneurship, has nothing to do with the underserved, has nothing to do with the back end of what that particular call for papers was asking for, or what that particular journal was asking for, you can get a resubmit with major revisions, and that is not accepted. It is just giving you the opportunity to get your document into shape where it could be accepted. So let's move on, because I want to, and I'm halfway through now. I want to really talk to you about the elements of the manuscript that is reviewed and the section. And I will actually show you a form that we use in a very recent, we used it today, a review of papers to see whether or not they should be accepted in this publication. The first thing you are looking for is it appropriate for the publication? If you are asking for your submissions to be related to entrepreneurship and they're just related to big business or small business, is not necessarily appropriate for the publication. The quality of the background and abstract. I've seen some submissions without even an abstract. So if the abstract was part of the guidelines, right there, you have made your situation tenable about whether or not your work could be accepted, simply because you didn't follow the guidelines. The structure that I mentioned before is what is looked for. And if you're not following the structure, you're risking not having your work accepted. Now, here is quality of writing. Many places want you to write in English, and for many, English is not the first language. I encourage you to have your works, if you want it passed on the first time, have it edited for grammar and definitely spell check. I even reviewed somewhere there was misspellings, and there should be no misspellings in your work when you have submitted it. So please, if you can't afford a more professional grammar review and editing, use 5R, freelancers, and some of those other editing services who could be quite reasonable to make sure that you don't get a major rewrite request from your editors. Analysis and discussion. A lot of the content, folks do a great literature review and then there's nothing. But you do the literature review because you're looking for to substantiate the research that is following, which is going to be your methodology, the presentation of your work, and the outcomes. So all of these points are looked at. And if they are asking you to use Harvard referencing, don't use something else. Use Harvard and you will be rated. And I'm going to the rating now on how well you do each one of these things. Okay, so let's look at the reviewer sheet. Line by line, what we just discussed, the reviewers, and this is the peer reviewers, are asked to rate you. But up further here, they're asked, should it be accepted without any changes? And I will tell you in the one that we just did, there was none in that category. Because typically there's something that the authors missed. It could be minor, but it's up to the authors to make those changes. Minor revisions, I can tell you in a group of 20, we had 13 that we asked for minor revisions. Major revisions and rewrite, and we asked for 7. And I can tell you in this particular submission, they will probably, the major rewrites will probably take too long and not make it into the final submission. However, what editors and publishers often do is say, we have another journal coming out, and if you prepare the rewrite in time, you could submit into the next submission. But it's basically up to you. If you have a minor rewrite, they're going to usually give you 1 to 2 weeks, and maybe less if they're on a publication deadline. If they've asked you for a major rewrite, they can give you anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks, but it probably will miss the current submission journal and be submitted for the next. And then the reviewers give comments to the authors so that they can make the revisions. And typically we also give comments to the publisher as how they should proceed with this particular submission. So understand, many of you may think it's subjective, and it might be, but usually you have 1 to 2 peer reviewers. They have a guideline or a template such as this. They do a ranking, and then they make a recommendation. So know that's how it's done. Okay, some don't even get to the peer review. Why? The subject was completely irrelevant, and the publisher chooses not to send it on for further review. The publisher can see that it is an incomplete paper, and we had one of these. The author had said that there were 4 parts, and clearly there were only 2 parts stated, and the other 2 parts were just missing, and so that paper was incomplete. Poor structure, when they ask for a structure and it reads like something other than what's asked for. It does not have the different categories of the structure that was asked for. Poor sampling. Poor written English was a big one this time. And you can remedy that with a good editor or sending it out to an editor, but don't send it into the publisher and editor and expect that they will completely fix for you all of the poor English. And this is a big one. Some publishers will run it through their plagiarism software before they even send it out and spend time on the editors and the reviewers. But if it is found with plagiarism, and they have a tolerance of a certain level. So if they find like maybe 6% plagiarism and they can go and understand where that's sourced from, that's okay. But if they find 20-30% plagiarism, they will not publish the work, most likely. I know at least the one I work with will not. So let's talk about the peer review. And I actually cited the link in here so that you can go and see that paper being published in reputable academic and scientific journals, key criteria for acceptance. This was written August of 2018 by my colleagues, Professor Datta and Professor Jones. And I just pulled out from the paper, which you can have access to, the main reasons for rejections. And this is based on data that they use for several different submissions that they had. So it's not just based on their thoughts, it's based on real data, why they rejected in their journals. And the number one problem is quality of problem formulation. Colleagues, we are researching because we are studying problems and trying to assess how to resolve them. If your problem formulation is off, then the remainder of your paper is going to be very difficult to follow and read. And also, it's not an opinion piece. Research means that there are literature that you can go to and review and cite. And if you don't have that, it makes it a weaker paper. Your research and methodology and study design should be clear. I saw several case studies and it looked like it was, case studies with some empirical data, but it was, the methodology wasn't clear. And so if I have to ask that question, if the reviewer has to ask that question, it needs to be clarified. There needs to be some discussion and some conclusions. Again, the structure of the paper has killed several papers. The quality of writing, the originality and contribution to the field. Again, there should not be significant plagiarism. Importance and relevance of the scope of work to the future. You don't want to just do a historical piece. In fact, there was one piece that I asked the question. It was talking about a case, something that was done in a classroom. And my question was, is it scalable? Is it something that we could do in the future? You don't just want to cite the case, you want to cite it, the outcome as a reason to go forward, not as just a case in point and one data point. You want to also look at the title and the abstract. And that is not one that typically causes many failures. But if there is no abstract, or if the abstract is flawed and is not consistent with the body of work, that too will cause you to fail. And so we don't want to fail. But we have to submit to the publisher a declaration. And this has become necessary because if you say there are multiple authors, then you have to say what the role of the multiple authors are. It has become very common to have 3, 4, 5 authors. And then when you ask, well, what did the authors do? How did they contribute to the work? There is very little. And so the publisher doesn't want to publish an untruth, to say that there are 4 or 5 authors when there is just really 1 or 2 authors. So now, at least with this particular publisher, they're asking you to make a declaration. 1, that is your original work, and 2, the role of the multiple authors that are producing or claiming they're producing this work. And so I want to spend my final time with you on some recommendation to authors. And again, this is coming from that paper being published in reputable academic and scientific journals. Be sure to look at the journal's previous editions, paying close attention to the subject matter, the originality of the paper's features, and understand that the reviewers and editors want what they asked for. If you submit something that is not what they asked for, you are causing the review process, which is typically some places weeks, some places months, and you can even go to some journals where it can take years. You are lengthening that process if you don't do it correctly. Careful thought needs to be given to the length of the paper. You know, you have some idea of the amount of words, and sometimes people will actually submit documents that are way too long, and it's not in respect of the reviewers and the publishers' time. They are producing a copy that they want others to read, and typically we are not going to read a document if it's your dissertation or a treatise. And so please, not only pay attention to relevant word count, but pay attention to the fact that you want to be kind to your reader. You want your reader to feel like this is an invitation to share your work. You don't want your reader to feel like you're merely dumping the work somewhere just so you can get a publication. Yes, so I talked about the having many authors. If there are only 2 or 3 that really contributed to the work, don't try and help your friends or your colleagues who are on tenure track lists by putting them at the end of the 6th or 7th author so that they could have a publication. That is not looked at as being honest, as being truthful, and it is more and more being looked at as not suitable. The English language, I can't mention this more enough. Many of those papers that were rejected for substantial work, part of it was because it needed gross editing and editing more than you can or should ask the editor or publisher to do. So I will encourage you, if you don't want your paper to come back and you haven't had a colleague to read it, or your colleague who's read it also has English as a second language, I suggest that you really seriously consider having it professionally edited before submission. It could save you a lot of time. And I, who English is my first language, I have had editors and reviewers and publishers ask me to have it edited, have the work edited for, to a level where it would be acceptable. And I have personally sent some of my work out for editing. So it is not anything that you should be ashamed of, that you should not do. It's because you want to make your work more professional, and you want to share it, and you want to meet the guidelines and the requirements of the publisher. Otherwise, the work could never get published, and we don't want that to happen. And so I want to say in conclusion, research is needed to help solve the world's most complex problems, and it is needed now. Okay, so yes, this is my closing statement that we need you. We need you now as researchers. We need you now as entrepreneurs. Everyone can't do the work that you do. The world is flat, and we need more and more global collaboration. Why? Because different people with different perspectives from different cultures come together and solve more interesting problems with more interesting solutions. If you don't remember anything I've said during this presentation, remember that we're not writing for the sake of writing. You know, no one wants to do that. You want to get published. And in order to get published, you have to follow the guidelines. And you know, you would think that that is trivial, but as I have looked at many papers, it's as if that is the one thing that the authors don't do. And that, my friends, will not even get you to a peer reviewer if you don't follow the guidelines. And then I would encourage you don't make this a burden. This is what we do. We love the work that we do. Make sure that your manuscript is rich in content. It also is relevant to the work, and it is readable. If it is readable, relevant, and rich in content, eventually you will get published. And that is our whole purpose, and our whole goal is not to just do the work, but to do the work in a way in which we can share it with others. And so I want to say in conclusion. Okay, I won't take you through that again. And bring our research to market in a wide array of publications. Thank you. And I enjoyed my presentation to you. And I look forward to all the wonderful work that you will be doing in the future of work in entrepreneurship for the underserved. I thank you. Okay.
That was bad, and I would like to share here that the mind-blowing, that's no word to appreciate that before discussion. I would like to request each and everyone for giving a big hands to our Dr. Jan Rolly Madden, the patron from UDOC Research Center and the Dean for Margaret Ever College, City University, New York, United States of America. I would like to share here that during the presentation, Madam started with the brief introduction about ourselves and slowly moving towards the topic and inspiring our researcher and academician that how they can go for writing down their paper. So in the example, that's the excellent part of the presentation. And thereafter, we have seen that how they have to follow the guideline, the importance and the emphasis given on that one. Yes, we have to emphasize on our work, then we have to follow the guideline of the journal and how you have to submit your work and how the introduction to the conclusion. That was the complete package. I think that our Dr. Jan Rolly Madden made each and everything for our other speakers very simple, because covering all the parts, that was, I think, that the blessing, yes, the blessing presentation for today in the inaugural session of TORMP 2021, and we are congratulating you, madam, for your such a wonderful presentation. I would like to unmute some of our here participants. I would like to unmute here some of our officers, country presidents to make their comment, to share their viewpoint. And you can see that couple of messages one after another they are appearing. That is each and everyone saying that wonderful, awesome, that the excellent, that mind-blowing. Yes, these are the words that all the participants are using for this. That very concise. I have seen. It was surprising that 30 minutes, exactly 30 minutes, how mentioning the time, not on 5 minutes more, not 2 minutes more, exactly on 30 minutes, as we have already discussed with madam. That was the awesome presentation. I would like to unmute some of our participants and some of our speakers. I have seen here that Dr. Muhammad here, that as a participants, and I would like to unmute and to request that to share your viewpoint, your opinion, please. Dr. Muhammad, I have unmuted you.
Thank you so much. First of all, good evening. Myself, Dr. Muhammad Ashraf Khan from Jammu and Kashmir in India. I have no words for congratulations or nice presentation. First of all, I am so lucky. I am here on a webinar in front of great personalities. I learned lots of experience regarding research paper because our great personality has presented recently papers. Really appreciable, ma'am. Thank you so much for more and more knowledge. And I heartily congratulations organizing committee, Professor Rutraj Singh, sir, and all great personalities as well as really, I am so appreciable. I am so thankful to you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We would like to congratulate Dr. Mohammed for being connected with us. We have seen that Manpreet Kaur is also here. I would like to unmute Manpreet Kaur for sharing the viewpoint regarding the presentation of our Dr. Jan Rolly Madden, the Dean from City University, New York, United States of America. I would like to request Manpreet Kaur to unmute her device. I have unmuted, madam. You can unmute from your side. Yes, thank you.
Hello, good evening, everybody. First of all, thank you to all of the senior members of the organizing committee, and especially very thankful to the ma'am who presented very beautifully and very gracefully. She presented the complete way of writing the research papers, and candidates like us who are going to get an admission to PhD programs, or who are seeking kind of advice from the senior persons. So this is really very helpful for me. I really need a copy for that presentation, so that I can in future can write a good paper on some articles in education field, and contribute to the society. Thank you so much, sir, and thank you so much, ma'am, for this beautiful presentation. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, madam. And we will share the recorded video with each and every participants of the TORMP. Here, I would like to share with you that as we will progress during this TORMP 2021, you will receive the book support from our side. How to write down research paper. That free books will be provided by our side. For each and every webinar, you are receiving the recorded session. Say someone is facing today problem even with their own internet. They are not getting into the program, or they are into the program, they are disconnected. Please do not worry, because we are always supporting you with the recorded session. Now this is time to unmute one more participant. I think that Aguri, I have seen you, sir, and kindly unmute your side and please add your comment. Aguri Waterloo.
Yes, good afternoon.
Very
good afternoon there. How are you?
Fine, sir. And thank you for joining us. And we would like to request you for your comment regarding the presentation and this TORMP 2021.
Okay, this has been a very good presentation, and I've benefited a lot in terms of research skills. And I'm talking right from Kenya here, and such a kind of functions are very educative, and I'm educated enough on how to write papers. We know we write papers and they get rejected, but now we have got the skills, we have got the way forward. And thank you, madam, for the nice presentation. We wish you the best, and thank you, viewers, thank you, members, for the organizers. We are very grateful for this moment. I think this is one session that will form a historic moment in our research work. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much. And we have seen that Waterloo already said one very important word, that is the historical moment, truly, and began for our Rolly Madden. That is such a wonderful presentation. And I would like to unmute one more, and we will go with that whenever you are with the video mode, you are with us, we will unmute you to share your viewpoint, because we want to make it more and more interactive. And I think that in that way, we will enhance your that opinion than sharing of your knowledge. Now, I would like to take the opportunity to unmute our one of the speaker, and he is also guest of honor. And I have seen his name, that is Dr. Vijay Gadesa, sir. And I would like to unmute you, sir, for your comment. And I can understand you have attended your university classes, your scholars, and after that you're joining us and enjoying our Rolly Madden presentation. So I would like to take the opportunity to request our Dr. Vijay Gadesa, sir, for one comment. I would like to take the opportunity here to share with all of you that Dr. Vijay Gadesa is also one of the eminent speaker in our platform of Eudoxia Research Center. He will also share his knowledge with you in upcoming webinars. So now this is time to hear from our Dr. Gadesa, sir.
Hello, sir. Hello, everyone. Good evening from India. And as I usually used to say, it's my honor and privilege to be part of this fantabulous, research group Eudoxia. The most appreciable thing which you people are running, sir, is that without the barrier of the geographic boundaries or the geographically we people are separated, but still your river of knowledge is delivering to everybody's doorstep, which is fabulous and highly appreciable. And I was listening Rolle Madam, which is having very excellent com skills, and the way she presented the session was phenomenal. Madam, such a really nice session which you have delivered over here. And I again congratulate all you people, the participant of this particular program, because when I gone through the agenda and the points which are kept for the entire workshop are extremely important point as far as the manuscript writing is concerned, resource report writing is concerned. They are covering literally every confined detail which is required by a young researcher to jot down the research paper. Extremely important. Right from, they're covering literally everything, right from writing abstract up to conclusion, what exactly we have to follow. They have pinned down every agenda over there in this particular workshop, and you people are so very lucky in that particular sense that you will be getting the opportunity to learn all these critical detail of research. And I wish very best luck adding yet another workshop, which is going to be a fabulous successful. I know this thing. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir, and for your words and for your appreciation to our speaker, to all the participants, and to the researcher of the world. And thank you for your contribution. Always you are contributing to our research center. You are contributing to the global community. Thank you very much, sir. So now we have seen that Dr. Vijay Gadesa sir already given us one greeting message. And finally, we would like to add here that today we have the grand opening with the presentation of our Dr. Jan Rolly Madden. And Madam is the patron for Inaugural Research Center, and she is the dean for Margaret Ever College, City University of New York, USA. And we are congratulating Madam for your support, for your contribution, and for your such a wonderful presentation. And again, big hand for you, Madam, and congratulations from the bottom of our heart. Thank you very much, Madam, for your support. So we have seen that Dr. Jan Rolly Madden made really wonderful presentation, that powerful package, and more presentations are coming in this inaugural program. And I will also come with that. I will also give you my live presentation, that is the live demo, that how to go for Scopus paper and how you can find out the review of literature, that is you can search the paper free of cost, how you can collect the paper from Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4 journals, because we know that those who are working with the university system and the college system, they need the Scopus publication. That is number one requirement. And if you are a senior professor, if you are associate professor, you are always targeting Q1 or Q2 journal. And those who are new researcher into this world and you are starting your research, you are targeting Q3 or Q4 journal. So in my presentation today, I will cover that what are the Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4 journal, that manuscript pattern I will show you live, that is, and free of cost, how you can download that one for your review of literature. I will make the discussion of the different patterns, and also I will show you that the Simago and the Mandeli, how you can go for that one, particularly what is effective research paper. Search engine optimization. Yes, each and everyone want to go for H index, I index. So they need the H index in their paper. So I hope that if time permits, we will show much more during my live presentation. And before my presentation, I have already announced the another speaker, the next speaker. And now we will have the presentation of Dr. Annie Alexander Madden. Yes, Dr. Annie Alexander Madden, the global president from NAPA. And we know that Madam is contributing to this academic and research for the last 2 decades. And now I would like to unmute our Dr. Annie Alexander Madam. I would like to seek the availability of Madam. I think that Madam was here, but just maybe disconnected. I would like to request our technical team to connect with Dr. Annie Alexander Madam, so that Madam can come with her presentation. She can share the knowledge, and you will learn that how to write down the effective research paper. So during this time, I think that Madam will join us within, yeah, Madam already joined, and I would like to unmute Dr. Annie Alexander, Madam. So very good evening, Madam, and thank you for joining.
Good evening, sir, and thank you.
Thank you for joining, and we know that always you are coming with the unique presentation, attractive presentation, and beautiful slides. So may I request you for your presentation? And we have seen that you have already shared the screen, and you can click the full screen view also. I think that, yes, now it's appearing. Over to you, Madam, and thank you for your support, contribution, and inspiration to the world of research.
Thank you, sir. Good evening to one and all. So let me start with my presentation. So the outline is, what is research paper? Purpose of writing research paper. Most important factors to consider when writing a research paper. Structure of research paper. Guidelines for preparing statistic tables. Other aspects of the research paper. So research paper. It is nothing, it is the original research you do on a topic, or you're finding a solution for a problem. When it is published, it is known as a research paper. So always the best research papers means it is a result of the genuine interest and a thorough research process by the researcher. Why to write research paper? So it is for dissemination, that means broadcasting or propagation, which is the final step in the research process. That means whatever you have done, you're communicating that research findings. That is the dissemination. So it involves developing a research report and dissemination through presentation and publications. So when writing research papers, you should follow specific rules and principles. And always the researchers must publish their work in journals. So you cannot write like that. You should follow certain rules and principles when you're writing the research papers. And also, strong writing is the key to making your research more accessible and powerful. So it is one of the important part. So the purpose of writing research paper, why you are writing the research paper? So to disseminate the findings, to publish or perish, that is to save one's own careers, then to share your own experiences, what has happened during the course of the study, and expose our work to critic. And also we can give credit to those who have involved in our work in us arriving at our findings. So these are the purposes why we are doing the research paper. The characteristics of a research paper. So it should be concise, it should be accurate, and clarity and focus. So it should be concise, it should be very small in thing, and be very clear, and clarity should be there in your writing part, and focus always should be on your research topic. And it must be long enough to cover the subject content and short enough to maintain the interest. So the subject content should be covered, whereas it should not be long that it should not affect the interest of the reader who is reading that part. Then clearly presented as well as logically organized. Avoid abstract terminology and technical jargons. And always it reflects its originality. So the most important factors to consider when writing a research paper. So whenever you're writing a research paper, what all things you should consider? Coherence, organization, relevance, and clarity. So we'll see each one. That is coherence, organization, relevance, and clarity. So coherence means all the parts of your paper should fit together in an order that makes sense. So when you know that nowadays people will cut and paste. So whenever you're writing a research paper, you should see that it is kept in an order and which is making a sense for your content. Include all necessary information in each section. In each section, in all the necessary information or what are things are needed, that should be kept in each section. and do not repeat information unless it is necessary. So once we have written, again, you should not write the same information. If is needed, you can write, otherwise don't repeat the same information. Organization. So always we'll be following the IMRAD format or journal specific according to the journal, which is the format they're telling. Mostly we used to follow the IMRAD format and put the right parts in the right section. That means don't include the literature review in the method section, or don't include the introductory part in the review of literature. So whatever you're supposed to put in that section, that should be put in that particular heading. Relevance. So there will be a lot of information we'll be getting, a lot of data we'll be collecting, but all we cannot put in your paper. So there are many pieces of information and data you could include in your paper, but always you see the guidelines, the length, conform to the length guidelines and keep your paper focused. Example, if a study has 10 results, but a paper can only be 4,000 words. So always you see that you cannot put the 10 results, you narrow it to 3 to 5 results, which is supporting your hypothesis. Next is the clarity. So it should be very clear and it should be easy to read and understand, because whenever we are telling about research, it should be in simple language. It should be easy to understand. So it should be easy to read and understand, and use proper grammar, phrasing and style. And always see that the formatting and style of your target journal. So each journal is having their own style as well as the format. So according to that, before publishing it or before preparing, you see that what is the format or what is the style they have given. According to that, you can prepare your research paper and you can go ahead. Next is the structure of the research paper. So it is the IMRAD format. So the 4 sections, I is for introduction, M is for method, R for result, and D for discussion. So why was the study done? Which shows the introduction. Introduction means why was the study done? And how was the study done? Which is the methodology. And what was learned? That is the result. And what does it mean? It is the discussion. If you're seeing, I have shown a picture over there. You can see the introduction part and the discussion part is a broader part, whereas the methods and the result, which is the central part and which is the core part of our research paper, and it is narrowing. That means the last sentence I have told, information moves from broad to specific, then to broad. So always from the introduction part, it is broad, then comes to specific, then again goes to the broader region. So this is another picture. If I am shown the one, you can see the introduction part, then second part and third part, it is coming down, and fourth and fifth is the narrowing part, and discussion again, it is broader part and conclusion. So introduction. So the purpose of the introduction is to acquaint the readers the research problem and its significance, the research questions, hypothesis, and the rationale for doing the study. So this will be helping the readers. What is the research problem? What is its importance? What are the research questions? And based on that, the hypothesis and why we are doing the study. So introduction part involves the background and significance of the problem, then the statement of the research problem, a research purpose or objectives, brief literature review, hypothesis or assumptions, then operational definitions and conceptual framework. These are things which will be coming in the introductory part. So the introduction should be concise, should be written in a funnel shape structure that I have told, from broad to specific. And whenever you're writing the first paragraph, you should be very careful when you're writing the first paragraph. So according to their topic or according to your problem you have selected, that should be mentioned first. And here also you should write the world prevalence as well as then come to state and Indian national level, and also then comes your own state level. So that percentage of that condition should be mentioned over there. And always the literature review should be brief, except for the thesis or dissertation. So when you write a thesis or dissertation, the literature review, it's a separate chapter you should mention in a broader way, whereas in a writing in a research paper, you should write in a brief. So the methodology, that is the method, the purpose is to communicate readers what the researcher have done to solve the research problem and to answer the research question. So how the person has find a solution, or what are the methods they have used to do that particular research topic. So provides a detailed description of the research methods that another researcher could replicate the study. So in the methodology, you will be writing about the research design, the setting, the population, development and description of data collection tools, sample and sample size, then the sampling technique, then validity and reliability of tools, pilot study, procedure for data collection, plan for data analysis. All these things should be there in the methodology part. What design you're using, the setting. When you're writing the setting, if you're writing in detail, it will be better. That is, just mention it. How many, if like in an old age home, if you're writing, if a government old age home or a private old age home, we cannot take both like that. If you're taking private, take it as a private. If it is government, take government, because everything, the general rules or the regulations will be different from each setting. So private means say that everything, the setting will be itself will be different. So whenever you're taking that, you write the details, how many beds are there, what are the normal things going on in that particular old age home. That should be mentioned. In that, we'll be able to understand whether because of our intervention, whether the person has got a benefit from that. So to understand the regular pattern of that particular old age home should be written over there. Then population, then the sampling technique, then sample and the sample size, and development as well as the description of the data collection tools, then validity and reliability of tools, pilot study, procedure for data collection, and plan for data analysis. These are the things should come under the methodology. Next is the result. So this is the heart of the report. So if both descriptive and inferential statistics have been used, the descriptive statistics should come first, because we'll be get an overview of the study sample. So always the descriptive part should come first, then only we'll be going to the inferential statistics. That is always, the inferential statistics is always done to test the hypothesis. So when writing the result of hypothesis testing statistical test, that is the inferential statistics, the following should be included. The name of the statistical test, what test is used for that particular hypothesis, the value of the calculated statistic, then the degree of freedom and the exact probability level. So all these things should be mentioned. So the statistical test used, and what is your calculated value, then the degree of freedom and your probability level. And always the results are ordered in the same sequence of hypothesis. How you have stated, based on your objectives, you will be stating your hypothesis. So based on that hypothesis, you will be doing your analysis, or you will be writing the analysis part, or you will be writing your result. So do not repeat the statistical information in test and test tables. So sometimes you can see the person will be writing both in test as well as table. So either you can use one method. So be careful. Research evidence does not constitute proof of anything. And so the report should never claim that the data proved, verified, or confirmed that hypotheses were correct or incorrect. So only the hypotheses are supported or unsupported, or accepted or rejected. So guidelines for preparing the statistical tables. So number the tables so that they can be referenced in the text. So whenever you are preparing a table, you see that you are numbering the table, because whenever you're writing the content, text matter, you can refer over there. Give tables a clear, brief, explanatory title. So whenever you're writing, a title should be put on the table. Avoid overly simple tables or avoid overly complex tables. Then arrange data in such a way that patterns are obvious at a glance. So always, when you're seeing itself, you should be able to understand what it means. So you should arrange in such a way. Give each column and row of data a clear heading. So whenever you're writing, it should be for what you're referring, that data should be clearly mentioned in column as well as in row. Then make each table a standalone presentation. So that a few minutes back I've told, by seeing itself, you should be able to understand. Clearly indicate the probability levels, usually the actual p-values, or by using asterisks and a probability level at the footnote. That is, p is less than 0.05, and if it is two asterisks will be put if p is less than 0.01, and 3 asterisks will be put if p is less than 0.001, and indicate units of measurement for numbers in the table whenever appropriate. So this is an example of a table I've shown. You can see in the table also, we'll not put a table as such. You can see 3 lines over there, and they have written over there. See, it's a duration I have written, teenage pregnancy, frequency and percentage. And before that table itself, I have to put a title, comparison of teenage and adult pregnant woman according to duration of labor. So duration, teenage pregnancy as well as adult pregnancy, I have put frequency, percentage. And if you're seeing, I have put the chi-square value and the p-value, and when it is significant, I have put over there. That is significant at 0.01 level. So next is the discussion chapter. This is also the broader area. So the most challenging section to write, that is the discussion chapter. So here, most intense intellectual and creative effort is required. So when you're writing here, you should have a creative effort in writing the discussion chapter. And the section begins with the summary of the key findings. So whenever you're writing the discussion chapter or discussion area, always you'll be writing with the key findings. The focus of the discussion is on making sense of the result. So always what result you have got clear, they will be making a sense of that particular result, what it means. They'll be giving a clear idea. If the findings conflict with earlier studies, tentative explanations to be offered. Sometimes we'll not be getting a support study, we will be getting a contradictory study. So you should be able to write what is the reason why we have got. A discussion of the generalizability of the findings to be included. So a typical discussion section addresses the following questions. What were the main findings? So after doing research, what you have got? And what do the findings mean? So what is interpreting by that result? What evidence is there that the result and the interpretations are valid? And how do the results compare with prior knowledge on the topic? So all these questions should be answered in a discussion section. And what are the implications of the findings for future research? So this all will be included in our discussion area as per the format. Now, other aspects of the research paper is the title. So if you're seeing a research paper, even though we are telling that we will be following the IMRAD format, first you will be seeing the title in our research paper. So indicates the nature of the study, the dependent and independent variables should be named in the title, and it is desirable to indicate the study population. So always all these points should be there. What is the nature of your study, the dependent as well as the independent variables, and also the study population. Normally, all by mistaking, they will be writing the full statement in the title area, but only the type of study, then the independent and independent variable, and also till the population. Title should be brief, which means it should not be more than 15 words. And the length of the title can be reduced by omitting unnecessary terms such as a study of, a report of, or an investigation to examine the effect of. All this can be avoided so that it can be reduced by words. Next is the abstract. So these are the brief descriptions of the problem, methods and findings of the study written. So readers can decide whether to read the entire report. So always, even when you are asking our students to refer, or even if we are also busy, we always first will be going and reading the abstract. Then we'll be going to the full research paper. So always it's a brief description. So whether we should go with the read the entire report, which will be, because this will be showing everything in a shortly they have shown. So always the abstracts for journals limit to 100 to 200 words. And abstract is the first main point of contact with reviewers and readers. So it deserves careful attention. So this is the first part. After that only we will be going to the entire report. So whenever you are preparing the abstract, you see that you are carefully prepared and everything you have written, but you will not be writing in detail. It is shortened to 100 to 200 words. And other thing is the keywords. So this will be used in indexes to help others locate your study. And usually 5 to 10 keywords are used. Next is the references. So references means each report concludes with a list of references cited in the text. Software programs to facilitate preparation of reference lists, that is the EndNote, ProCite, Reference Manager format is. Next is the acknowledgement. So here we'll be writing the people who help with the research, and you'll be including the statistical consultants, the data collectors, reviewers of the manuscripts, funding agencies, etc. So all people who are involved in our study or in our research will be acknowledged in this area. Next is the principles or qualities of a good research. So these are the qualities of a good research paper, right? That is selectiveness. So you know that what you mean by that, because we'll exclude the matter which everybody is aware. Only include the contents which is needed, because it will be helping to save the time as well as the energy as well as cost. Then comprehensiveness means it must be complete. Only the necessary contents should be included and which will be conveying the meaning of your research. Next is the proper format. That is the common format which is used should be followed. Then cost consideration. So here, before we are planning to do a research, we'll be having a budget. So you see that within that budget, you're going ahead with your research. It should not exceed that budget. Then proper language. So a suitable language should be selected here, and who are the target persons? According to the target person should select the language. Simplicity. That means it should be simple in language which is easy to understand. Preciseness. So it should not be a lengthy one. We know that a lengthy paper will not be seen by others. So it should be short and only the needed necessary requirements. You can keep all the necessary content should be kept with adequate description. Clarity means it should be clearly written. It should be easy to understand and readable. Attractive. So attractive means your paper should be attractive by the size, then color, then the style. So each journal, they will be having their own size, their own style. So according to that, again by diagrams, by tables, all this is the method of giving attraction in our research paper, and also quality of the paper. This all comes under the attractive. So these are the principles of a good research report. So thank you. Hope everybody has understood or got something. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much, madam. That was a wonderful presentation, and we have seen that our Dr. Alexander madam made a really excellent presentation and showing each and every part. I would like to make it at first open to all, that so that each and everyone can write down their messages. We can see here that Sami already given us here the great presentation, and I would like to copy and paste, and more messages are coming. And before discussion, I would like to request each and everyone to give the big hand for such a wonderful presentation, because we have seen that how you have to write down one of the best paper. Really, it was explained by our Dr. Alexander Madden. She has started her presentation very smooth way and stepwise showing you the every part of the writing down of the research paper. Because we know that the research paper is always starting from the title to the reference. And we have seen it is really one complete presentation. And I'm really happy that the way of presentation of the each one after another is totally different. Like that we have seen our Rolly Madden presentation. That was also the mind-blowing presentation. That the way of presentation is different. Thereafter, we have seen that our Dr. Annie Alexander Madam so knew that every step, that how you can go for writing down of the research paper, and the approach is quite different, and showing every part very simpler way. I think that especially those who are starting their research work, I think that they can really blindly follow this presentation, and it will help you a lot. So now this is time to unmute some of the participants, to unmute some of the speaker. We can see here that everyone writing down their own message. I would like to take the opportunity to unmute our Gautam Ramkumar, that is one proud IIPR, and we have always that Gautam Ramkumar supported Inaugural Research Center, and being IIPR, he is always involved in the research and working as also the research pioneer. I am appreciating him because he is always focusing for new innovation, new writing of research paper, which a number of publication into his credit. So now I would like to request Gautam Ramkumar to share his opinion regarding the presentation and today TORMP 2021 web.
Good evening, sir.
Very good evening, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. First of all, I would like to thank Inaugural Research Center for giving me this opportunity to share my opinion on the presentation. I was happy for 3 reasons today. First reason, after a long time, I think I got an opportunity to hear from Annie Alexander Madam. If I'm right, such a good presentation. And as usual, ma'am's presentation is known for simple as well as user-friendly presentation. And I think today ma'am proved it again. So in a very simple, useful manner, ma'am has clearly presented on how to write a research paper. This was a really excellent presentation, no words. As usual, ma'am just took the show. I would like to thank Annie Alexander Madam for that wonderful presentation. Then coming back to, as usual, our patron Madam's presentation, Rolle Madam, just awesome, as usual. Ma'am has just rocked it today. Especially ma'am at the end mentioned one comment. Don't write for the sake of writing. Oh my God. The statement may look so simple, but it has too much of meaning in it, which each and every one of us as young researchers, as well as academicians, they should keep that in mind. The writing of research paper should be of good quality. Academic writing or research writing should be of great quality. It should not be for the sake of writing. Thank you, Rolle Madam, for such a great presentation, as well as you took us to the reviewer's perspective, what they look. Normally, as an author, as a researcher, we used to have our own mindset of how to draft our research paper. But today, you took us to the other perspective. Once we submit it to in journal or in any publication house, what are all their expectations from us? So only when these two matches, I think great publications can come out and innovation can come out. Thank you so much, Rolle Madam, for your wonderful presentation, as well as my thanks to Dr. Annie Alexander Madam for an insightful presentation on writing of research paper. Thank you so much, and thank you, Rituraj Sakya sir. You also keeps us rocking with your live presentations. Always your live demonstrations are inspiring and worth learning. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. And we have seen that Gautam Ramkumar, the International Innovator Program. Yes, he is the International Innovator in our Inaugural Research Center. And you are all having the opportunity to join the IAP program. And as in being the IAPian, he already made his statement regarding our Dr. Annie Alexander Madam presentation and how it is helpful for him and how he is learning each and everything from Dr. Annie Alexander Madam. Then he's appreciating that how Dr. Jan Rolly Madam inspiring him for more work. And it is important because in this young age, we can go for more and more work and the inspiration. I'm always saying that our Rolly Madam is a true inspirer. And she will inspire everyone and they will show their own power. If you see that whenever we are having the international conference from day long, that is maybe in the night time, midnight in the United States of America, always we have seen that Rolly Madam from midnight to the day long, she's always sitting there and inspiring people and supporting the research. And it is actually the sign of a true academician. We have seen today presentation, Dr. Annie Alexander Madam, how simplified she has made the research paper writing and helpful for all the researchers. Now, I would like to take the opportunity to unmute also that our Susan Panda, sir. Yes, another IAPN from here, and I would like to unmute Susan Panda to add some comments from you, sir.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. And good evening, all eminent speakers and Madam, Ani Madam. And it is very opportunity to me to say something about as a IIPN. It is an excellent platform. Actually, Edexia is giving one opportunity to the all the researchers, those who are want to sharp their knowledge and learn something more and more, because research is there were need to learn more, and if we learn day by day, it would help us. So it is an excellent platform to learn something. Definitely one day come and we may success in future. Thank you, sir, giving opportunity me to say something about.
Thank you very much. And we have seen that our Susan funders are also adding his comment to the presentation of Dr. Annie Alexander Madam. And we are all together congratulating again Dr. Annie Alexander Madam for your contribution, such a nice and wonderful presentation and inspiration to the researcher. So big hand from our side to Dr. Annie Alexander Madam. So we have seen that one after another, that the excellent presentations are going on. And as for time now, 8:20 already as Indian Standard Time. So I will go for my short presentation, the live demonstration. And I would like to share with you that today we are just starting. This is the opening of today, the TORMP 2021. And therefore, I would like to share the screen and I will go for live only, that no PPT right now, because I can understand that you have already gone through the best and another best PPT by our speaker. And now I think that I will share with you which are not from the book, neither from the research and methodology book, or nor you will find out and in a research paper. I will show you something different which is important for all of you. So let us start the journey, and I will may take 2 minutes to switch on my all websites, and you can go for that one. And it is always depending upon the time, and therefore today I may touch very simple points that starting very basic that part. And I am just a second, the availability of the website. And I will also share with you how you can use this one. Okay, how you can use this one after another. That is every that websites that you have to use. Sometimes the software you have to take the help, and in that case, that is while you are using your research, you need good citation. While you are doing your research, you need that the good keywords for your research. While you are working with your research paper, and you need to publish the paper in a top journal, that is a Scopus journal. And therefore, I think that in this presentation, I would like to cover this part, which will realistic and which will really help you like the all other former presentation. I hope that you will really enjoy this presentation and the live demo. And during this time, I have already opened that my websites, some few websites and some links which are necessary for today's presentation. And I hope all of you will really enjoy this. And now I will go for one more software so that I can share with you, and you can start the learning that how you can collect the research paper. Yes, because if you would like to publish your paper, it is very important that you have to write down your research paper. You have to go through the top research papers of the world, and really it will help you. I am telling you that, and also that how to frame your title of your research paper. is always important, because while we are writing down the research paper, we have to start with our title of the research paper. And in the more cases, we can see like that the people are from the different disciplines. There is someone from the management background, someone from the science background, and someone from maybe the literature. So whether the same key role or same regulation will be applied to all, whether there is only the general method and also the specified one to find out the research paper. Now, today we are starting with this one, and I hope I will share with you some software, some online platform where you can use to write down your paper, where you can collect your research paper and the Q1 QP journals also. And before starting my session, I would like to share with you that today's presentation will be for the beginners, and you will learn that how to use this software. And later on also we'll have some extended that presentation in this topic. So now it is time to share the screen with you. I would like to share at first the Mendeley, which is very common software that is to all, and I hope that you have already used maybe this software, or you would like to know about the Mendeley. And in our next upcoming presentation, we will go with the more and more research paper collection by using the Mendeley. So Mendeley, we know that it is a software that is by Elsevier or the Scopus, and it is very, very useful for finding out the literature. So I would like to share here, you can go here and the left-hand side corner, okay? And you can go for literature search. So if you want to go for, say, management, okay, management, and I'm showing you live that how you can get some paper here, you can receive the paper. That is, if you want to go for that finding out your paper by using the Mendeley software, then you can find out this paper in this way. And you can go for load more results, and there will be more and more research paper for you so that you can use it for writing of research paper. Now you see that here in the software, we are having the numbers of the research paper. Fact is that whether all research paper are come under Scopus or not. The first question, okay? Second question, that whenever you are preparing your own research paper, what should be the perfect model for you? Okay, perfect model for you to write down your research paper. How to frame it research paper, whether every research paper will be the same style. Okay, so before going into the depth, I would like to share with you, we have the general structure of research paper. Of course, we are having the title, we are having that abstract, we are having the keywords, we are having introduction, we are having research and methodology, maybe the discussion, and thereafter conclusion and the future prospect. Thereafter, the reference will come to your research paper. Now, the question is that how to prepare your research paper, and why sometimes we are saying that the research paper is the effective research paper. Yes, all the research paper are not saying as an effective research paper. If the research paper is published in the top quality journals, then we can say that it is one of the best research paper, okay? And in that case, we can understand that the writing down of the research paper is a tedious work, and it needs your attention. Yes, it needs your attention, and you can only write down the good research paper if you are having the true idea of the research paper. So it is better to see the real research paper published recently in the top journal of the world. Now, what I'm sharing with you at first, that is the Mendeley. You can go for like searching in the management, you are having the research paper. If you click some research paper, you can go for into the depth of the research paper. But now today my point is not only to interact with the Mendeley, but to go with the top research paper of the world. Okay, top research paper of the world, because I know that I was also researcher before 15 to 20 years. And whenever I was guiding my research scholar as in their supervisor in the university, I was working as the dean of the university and research and academy, and also the head of the department of the physics, as I am belonging to the physics department. I had my 8 scholar, research scholar. They are having the same question always. Sir, just to share us some sample of the research paper. I need, sir, top research paper from the top journals. Now that today also I am addressing that question. I know that our researcher, our academician, always interested for the best quality publication. So it is only one way. That manually is only one way to find out the references for your research paper, but it is not only the way. Not only the way. So therefore, first point is that you can use the Mendeley, you can use the Jotero, you can use the EndNote like software for collection of research paper. But if you want to go for finding out the category or rank-wise research paper, you need to visit some other website. So before going there, I would like to stop sharing the screen, and I would like to share with you that how that you can go for that particular research paper, which are the ranked research paper. Okay, so I hope I will share with you. Okay, I will start with first that how to go for finding out the proper research paper for you. And in the later on, as whenever we will progress with our webinars, I will show you how you can publish your paper without paying a single penny or dollar to the journal. Okay, so now this is part that we have to go with the some journals which are top journal in the world. Okay, top journal in the world. And in that case, say, if you are addressing some, the country for your research paper, what are the countries should be there? The number one, say, I would like to share with you for a few minutes, I think that it will take to see the country ranking. Okay, country ranking. That is in this world, that what are the country doing the best in a particular part. You can see here, that is in front of you. That is overall, all subject, if I'm considering the all subject. From 96 to 2019, it should be the 2019, yes. And the last year, let us see us that what are the top, the countries, that top 5 countries or 10 countries doing overall good research, overall. Then we can see here that if you see, I'm showing it from the SIMAGO because I am now today concerning with the Scopus publication, and Scopus addressing all the subjects like that. If you are from management, chemistry, physics, that other subject, science, technology, anywhere, that Scopus publication is required. Now the journal that whenever they are publishing the journals, you can see the country ranking here. I'm showing you that this time is China standing the number 1, number 2 United States as per SIMAGO, and Scopus, that is the ranking, and number 3 United Kingdom, number 4 India, and number 5 Germany. Okay, this is. And overall, I am not selecting one particular subject. Now, if I would like to go for management or chemistry, okay, chemistry or chemical engineering, let us stick here. Okay, chemistry, I have said chemistry. So in the chemistry, if we see that chemical engineering, that is number 1, that publish, that contributor in the research field as a country, that's China, that number 2, United States, and number 3, India. Okay, number 4, Germany, number 5, South Korea. Now the question is coming that why we have to take the country ranking in a particular subject. Say you are from the chemistry background, then you would like to publish your research paper in these top 10 countries. Top 10 countries of the world, okay? If you are from physics, then you will address your research paper in the top 10. So in this way, I think that you will have the recorded video of this session, and therefore you can find out that in your own subject, you just select your subject here, okay? And what are the top countries journal you can address, okay? You can submit your research paper. Now, coming towards the journal ranking, let us move forward. Now it is time to show you the journal ranking, and thereafter we will go for research paper in a different subject. Okay, in a different subject, and you will come to know that how the people are publishing their paper and how you can collect the research paper free of cost. Truly saying, you need not to pay money. You can get the good quality research paper from some top journals of the world. Now you see that here. I am showing you the journal ranking. Okay, this is Q1. You can see here. If it is Q1, it means that it is the best quarterly journal. What is the Q1 journal? Top 25% journal in that category. Q2, next 25%, Q3 and Q4 in the same order. We have to understand that while we are saying about the Scopus publication, then it will be maybe Q1, maybe Q2, Q3, and Q4. These are the 4 categories. That is the ranking of the journal. And it is up to you that in which journal you would like to publish your paper. Okay, the point is very, very clear. I think that up to you. If you are a research scholar, newly started your research work, go with Q3 or Q4 journal. Do not target the Q1 only. It will be, I think, that not helpful for you if you have not published earlier your research paper. If you are starting your research work, go with Q3 and Q4 journal. And if you are already an associate professor or professor position of the university, you have already published your paper. You have already numbers of paper into your name. Then you can target that Q1 or Q2 journal. Yeah, you can target Q1 or Q2 journal in your own area, in your research area. Now, I'm going to make it more interactive. Yes, you can see here, I have the option that is the all subject, all categories, okay, all regional countries and all type. First, I would like to go with the journal, and therefore here I will change it to the journal only. Now I'm interested for journal, not the book series, neither a conference proceeding, not other type of the documents, not the all documents. Okay, I'm showing you live how you can go for at first literature survey, because before starting the writing of the research paper, you need some sample research paper in your hand, and you have to understand that how the peoples are publishing in the top journals. Okay, so we are continuing with that part. Now you can see here that I have changed it to the journal. Now it is only the journals which are appearing in front of you. I'm showing you on the screen, it was on live. Okay, I'm showing you on the screen that you are having the journals, okay, and not the book series, neither the conference possibly. Now the question is that how to collect the proper research paper for your research and in your subject. So my question is that to you, or the request is to you, that those who want to go with it, that their own subject, they can also write down. Otherwise, I will go with the subject areas shown here. So I would like to share here that first, I am addressing the people, those who are from arts and humanities, maybe. Okay, so maybe the more people from arts, humanities, or the management, also economic, finance, okay, material science, multidisciplinary. I think that multidisciplinary will be the interesting part, because people are from a different discipline and they may publish their paper in a multidisciplinary way. So I have selected the multidisciplinary. Okay, so after selecting the multidisciplinary, I will have the journals, those who are multidisciplinary in the next here. Okay, multidisciplinary journals are appearing here in front of me. Now, what is my now duty to show you how to collect the research paper that free of cost, and you can target that particular another journal, because whatever that journal that taking money from the author, they will give the free access, and therefore you should not submit in that journal, but you can collect the research paper from that top journals. They are also top journal. Now I would like to show you the first one. You can see here that it is the lock is open. That is, you can get the access that is free of cost. Okay, so open access journal, and I would like to open it. I would like to open this one. Okay, then this link. Okay, and I will cross verify the quality of the journal, and the journal name is the Science Advances, and it will accept the research paper from various discipline related areas. And next is that this one is also, I think that yeah, scientific reports, it is one of the good journal, I know that one. And Yeah, Journal of Advanced Research. Okay, and I'm targeting this one also. And maybe the natural science and okay, material, and we can go with yeah, leading American review. Okay, research review, this one. Now I have opened the full link from the Simago or Scopus link, and I would like to share with you the link also, that the journal wise link, so that it will be helpful for you all. Okay. Now, if I would like to target, the particular journal and how they are writing down their research paper is important. Now you can see here, I have entered into the Science Advances. Okay, Science Advances. It is publishing from the United States of America. It is a multidisciplinary journal. I'm coming towards the H index. It is really high, that is 102. And if I move forward, then I can see here that scope is all the subject. Okay, all the subject. And you can see here, it is a multidisciplinary. It has citation, higher citation, and it is particularly into the Q1 category of the journal. That is the one of the top journal of the world, and in each category. Okay, now it is time to visit the journal website, and I will go for the home page of the journal. Okay, home page of the journal. Now you can see here that it is loading that the journal homepage, and similarly I can address that one, another this one, yeah, this one, and I think that Latin American, and this is also interdisciplinary. I would like to go for the homepage of the journal. Okay, now I will see that this journal is coming or not, and how you can collect the research paper from this journal. Okay. Now you can see here that the Science Advances, the journal, is appearing in front of you. And you can see here that different papers are here. Okay, research article. This is a research article. This one is also that about the wireless. They are writing down high performance variable generator. Okay, it is a science paper. Now let us go for the PDF. Let us see that it is available or not. If it is available, then how it is appearing? Let us see this one. Okay, I'm showing you that is live. Okay, that is live. It is not like that I have downloaded something on here and sharing it with you. Well, now I'm sharing with you that is the live, that how you can collect at first the research paper, and it is in the Q1 journal. That is the top journal, top quartile of the world. Okay, top journal of the world. So at first, I think that we will discuss this paper so that you will have the overview of the publication, that is how to publish in the top journals, how the papers are appearing, how I have to write down the title of the paper, how I should write down the abstract of the paper, and how I have to go for the search engine optimization. Yes, search engine optimization, it is also important for your paper if you are targeting more and more audience. That is, if you need the H index, if you need the I index, then you have to target more audience to your paper, to your research work. Now you see that here, that it is the appearing in front of you. You can see that it is a Q1 journal. So what is the maximum number of the pages? It is 9. Okay. It is also very important. That is the page number in a top journal. I'm telling you that if you are targeting the top journals, that for Scopus journal, particularly, I'm saying that Scopus journal you are targeting from your side. You want to publish your paper in a Scopus journal, do not make it more than 10 pages. This is my personal opinion and my experience. Also, I'm a reviewer in the number of the journals, and those who are publishing from the United States of America, United Kingdom, Greece, Germany, most of the journals. So I'm telling you that in all the cases, as a reviewer, whenever we are receiving the paper, my first attention is about the title of the research paper, whether I'm interested, it is timely or it is blah, 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 that is the unimportant work. They are writing down the same part as the all people are doing, and it is a routine work only. So in the routine work, the reviewers are not interested. We need something new, something unique, something different from you. Whether you are from the social science, whether maybe the management, science, or technology background. So my point of view is here that at first we should understand the general structure of research paper. general structure, how most of the research papers are appearing. Secondly, the specified version we will discuss in later that presentation. Now you can see here, this is a good quality research paper. I can say the best, one of the best research paper, because it is published in the Q1 journal, having high impact factor and H index also carried by the paper. You can see here that the title at first. So why you have to go with the proper title? That is, if you would like to go for write down the title properly, you should have the knowledge of search engine optimization. That is, you have to write down complete paper within 12 to 14 words. That is challenge for you. I'm telling you that constructing a beautiful title is an always big challenge in front of all the researchers, even the senior academician. Because while you are preparing the title of your research paper, we have to see that that title, that some word that you are using, it should be searched by the more and more people of the world from the different countries. Okay, for that purpose, your title should be unique, and it should carry some words which are always searched by the other people. Okay, so I hope that you will apply this point to the work. Okay, and thank you for your messages that each and everyone sending me the messages, personal messages, and thank you for your inspiration, for saying it excellent and wonderful. Yeah, thank you. And I will try to help you all. Thank you. So now you see that high performance variable, okay, thermoelectric generator. So you see how they are using some common word. That is, even you are not from the science background, you know the word generator. Okay, most of the people will put down this word generator. If even someone to buy also, then also they will write down the generator. You see the thermoelectric. Okay, thermoelectric. It is very, very important, thermoelectric, because most of the time, you know that this is an era of the energy, renewable energy. Thermoelectric works are going on. More and more people will search this search word. Okay, you see that this journal, that is the copyright, you see that 2021, it is the latest publication. I'm showing you here. It is the recent publication, and it is published on, okay, it is on February and 2021. It is very new edition. That is, I'm showing you how they are targeting the timely work. The number one point is that you have to write down your complete research paper to present in front of the reviewer within 12, 14, or 16 words maximum. That is the title of your research paper. Make your title fantastic. I can understand that the writing down of the research paper is always tedious work, and everyone afraid. We are all in that stage before 50, 20 years that we are also thinking like that whether we can publish our paper in a top journal. Practically, whenever you are starting the work, then it will be your habit that you will write down accordingly and properly to your research, whatever your subject may be. Today, I'm discussing the general idea. Now it is the title. So I think that I have explained that title should be with the search engine optimized word, that is SEO. Okay. And secondly, it should reflect the complete work done by you. Complete work. It should give the idea to the reviewer. Okay. What is it all about? Now you can see here, next part is the abstract, okay? And I think that this is not carrying the keyword as part of format of the journal. You can see the abstract. So beautifully they have started, you can see that, okay? Beautifully they have started. That is, thermoelectric generators are excellent candidate for powering wearable electronics, like that, ... is coming. You can see here, the style of the author is really attractive. They are not writing down the abstract 1 page long. So if someone is giving you the longer and longer abstract, you will feel bored. I will also feel bored. That what the people is writing down that much longer abstract. I cannot go through that one. And people are not interested for that longer and longer abstract. So abstract should be within the 150 to 250 and maximum of. Max, you can go with the 300 words. Okay. You can write down maximum 300 in the maximum case. I'm saying that if you want to give the beautiful one, go with 150 words, go with 200 words, which is I am preferring. I'm preferring to 150 to 200 words to cover all that one. So it is simply the promotion. Yes, the promo of your research paper is the abstract. If you are writing down the best abstract, then you are really giving the good promo to your research paper in front of all the reviewers. You can see here that how they are beautifully presenting their work. And we have to appreciate any country, any religion, any race, that whenever it's a top paper, appreciate this. If you are feeling like that it is falling into your own subject, then go for citation of the paper if it is really helpful to you. So we have to understand that research is done by each and every one people from different countries, irrespective of race, religion. We have to go for citation also if the paper is really good. Okay, now moving towards the introduction. Okay, and I can see here that more and more messages are here, and from your support. Thank you, and that all the Techno Spark, Fatima, that Naida say, we are really, I am appreciating for your the inspiration during my presentation, and all other messages. Now I would like to go forward. You can see here the introduction, and it is the real research paper that I am sharing with you. Okay, so before it, one part is there that most of the journals are using the keywords. You can also use the keyword. Truly, you can use some keyword in your paper, and you can add only the 3 words or 4 or maximum of the 5 keywords. Please remember, you do not go for adding more and more keywords. Even the journal permit, it will not give you the good citation. You have to focus your work. You have to start with the bigger to the smaller, and keyword is the very smaller domain, very, very specific. That is in which area you are doing your research and what are the main outcomes. You have to understand. Then you are starting with the introduction. You can see here in introduction. Okay. Now it is the live, the paper. You can see the published paper in Scopus Q1 journal. So thermolytic genetics can directly convert low grade. That is the history. That is the history of the work. You can see here how they are starting this one. So whenever you're writing down on any topic, you are addressing the management, HR, sales, marketing, digital marketing, entrepreneurship, any topic. You have to bring the reader to your work. That is, you have to show them that how you are starting your work beautifully, and the history that you have to connect your work with the older work. That is, the importance of the work should be reflected in the first paragraph. In the second paragraph, in the introduction part, you can address, okay, you can address or touch slightly the research gap. The research gap, that is, it is very important. You are saying that it is very important. Everyone interested for that one. It is timely topic, but it's a research gap is here. That no one doing this work, whatever I am showing it to you. So this is the fantastic presentation. I'm telling you, you can see that the research paper may be the good, maybe the best, but some of the research paper are always outstanding. Outstanding. You will be mesmerized by reading the research paper. And whenever you are going to the research paper, you will find out, oh my God, what beautiful writing, how they are explaining. And it is not longer, also very short and very concise, and practically they are showing you the knowledge. So first, as I have already told you, go with the proper title, with the search engine optimization. I will show you what is SEO within very short duration time, and later on we will go for in-depth discussion in my live demonstration. Second part, abstract. What I am telling you, the abstract is actually the promotion of your research paper. Promo. So be careful while you are writing down the abstract. There should not be any grammatical mistake. There should not be any tense problem. There should not be anything that is like plagiarism in your paper. You have to take the help from the different research software, and we will show you in upcoming webinars. Then thereafter, introduction. So introduction can be within the 3 part. You have to focus on the 3 part. First, the background and the history of your research work. Number 2, the research gap. That is, what doing that one. Okay. Number 3, that is the impact of your research work and how it is solving the problem of the world. That is very, very important in your research paper. This 3 part. Now you are going for the result. Yes, the result part, that whenever you are presenting some scientific paper or you are waiting a quantitative analysis for some management, you are presenting the data in this part. Okay, if you are from management, you will show the data. If you are science, you will show the results like that. You can see here that how they are making the beautiful presentation. Yes, the presentation is important. While you are presenting your research paper in the form, okay, in the form of research paper, your research work, then it is very, very important that you will focus on the presentation part. It is not only the data, it is also the analysis part and the justification done by you to publish your paper in a top journal. It is very important. So my next opinion or my experience sharing part is that while you are presenting the data, go for maybe tabular, maybe diagrammatic, but do it carefully to attract the eyeballs of the reviewer. They should be saying like that, oh, it's the real research. It's he or she is doing mind-blowing work. And in that way, we can move forward. Now, you can see that after result, okay, you are showing all the graph, these things. But I'm telling you, we are, as a reviewer, we are not much more interested for only the result part, because most of the time we are also feeling like that some quantization of the data. Most of the researchers are presenting data based on some other paper showing the similar result. They are not having confidence to show their own original result. So my request is that do not go for that one. Whatever you are getting, present it in front of the reviewer, in front of the journal. Whatever you are getting, something may be different sometimes. What will happen to you? Nothing. You are doing your research, so true research should be presented. And the data should not be similar with others. It should be your data, it should be original data, and it should be, I'm telling you, that completely original one. Okay? And I am also receiving, thank you for your message that is saying overwhelmed. Okay, thank you. So, and continuously I'm receiving from you the messages, and thank you very much, everyone. And now I'm moving again forward. That is now the discussion part of the research paper, which is more and more important. I'm telling you, all the reviewers are always interested to know about the discussion part. That is, if someone is discussing some topic, okay, how they are justifying, whether they are justifying with some research paper, whether they have their analytical review, whether they are having knowledge on the subject, because you see that everyone, I will show you that how to prepare the questionnaires. Everyone can send the questionnaire, everyone can collect the data. Everyone, if you learn the software like SPSS or SAS or any other software, if it's management, you can go for analysis. If you are science background, you can use your own instrument. That is, if you are doing that one, say the characterization of a device, you can take the IV by using your electrometer. That's not a challenge for taking the data. It's not a challenge to do the chemical reaction. It's not a challenge to get something result. But the challenge is that how you are interpreting your result. Please remember that one. The interpretation of your result and the justification of your work is more important than anything that I'm telling you here. Because everyone can do these former works. They are collecting the data, whether scientific, management, arts, commerce, any background. And after that, they will present their result. But after presenting the result, they are unable to do the proper justification and discussion of their data. So, which is very important for you. Then you go for proper discussion, give pinpoint that answer that this is outcome, this is our second outcome. If you are having hypothesis, some questions make, I have seen the not necessary every time hypothesis, depending upon your research design, we will discuss it later on. But the fact is that whenever you are having hypothesis, whether you are making the null hypothesis that invalid and accepting the alternative, or you are accepting your null hypothesis comes to the truth, you should clearly mention in the resultant discussion. And if it is without the discussion part, that is hypothesis part also, then also it's not an issue that you can go forward. Point is that your research should be original. And if you are writing down review paper also, then in that case also you should give your own input, not only borrowing from the other. Now, the point is that we are moving forward and it's a discussion. After that, we will go for that say methods as in scientific paper here. They have to explain that what are the methods and how you are using that one. And method is the process or the procedure of the experiment, while the methodology is the classic behind the method. That is why you are selecting that particular method. Okay. And thereafter, you can see that conclusion part. Okay. If some acknowledgement you have to give, please give the acknowledgement. And finally, you will have the reference, reference section. And you can see here, whatever I am sharing today, you can see here, this is the 10th February research paper. Recent one, published in Scopus Journal and Q1 category. And I have shown you research problem, explaining it in a beautiful way, in a concise manner. That is important. Finally, whenever you are doing the references or bibliography arrangement, that is the references for your research paper, bibliography for your thesis, if you are having the different chapters. My opinion is that you have to understand what is the guideline of the journal. It may be they are asking you the APA, MLA, Vancouver, whatever it may be. You can adopt that one and you can use simply the Mandeli. Okay, but you should understand that this is the correct format of the reference, and I will show you how you can use the Mandeli. Just a fraction of seconds or minutes like that, and in 10 seconds or 5 seconds, you can arrange all the references without any difficulty. So now I am coming towards the reference section, and I am showing you that how they have included all the references. I am telling again, acknowledgement part should be there in your research paper. If you are having funding from the agency, you should mention that one, and everything should be clearly mentioned, and it should be your own. And then you are ready for writing down of your effective research paper. So in my discussion, I have shown you how you can go for directly Q1 journal, how you can download the research paper for any topic, for any subject. Okay, I am targeting here in a particular subject I have selected for an example, and I have discussed with you. And how the research paper, that is what are the good qualities of a good research or effective research paper, it is important. And this is the one of the best research paper of 10th February. That is today is 15th February. So before 5 days, it was published. Now you see that saying about the search engine optimization. As today, the time is, we can see that we are running out of time, and therefore I am not going for in-depth discussion. I would like to share with you some search engine optimization tool, SEO. Okay, SEO. First one is that Google Trends. Okay, Google Trends. And I would like to share with you the link, and I think that how to frame your title of your research paper. You will get the amazing points here by using the Google Trends. Next one is that another, that is a keyword generator. It is also one of the that beautiful website I am sharing with you, and all of you can use this one also. Okay, and it will be helpful to you. I'm seeing that all messages. Okay, thank you very much. Then you can see that keyword generator, that is name of the website is the keyword generator, and enter the keywords. You can see here it's an option. Okay, I would like to share here that find keywords. So if you are from United States of America, then you are selecting this one. You need the more reader from the US, then you are targeting US audience. If you are targeting India, then you can select India. If you are targeting Germany, you can target, you can see here, I'm showing you. It's a live, okay? You can see here. That is all the countries' names are here, okay? All the names here appearing. That is, if you are from Germany, you would like to go for, then if you want to target India, if you would like to target that different country, you can target here, and different time, you can select that one. So you can see here, it's in general term, it is coming as an United States of America. Now you can see here that the keyword, okay, enter keywords, and you can see that thousands of keywords in a second. Yes, of course, this is like that only. So I am writing down. Say the one researcher is doing research in the entrepreneurship or the management, and they want to find out the keywords regarding that one. Okay, so you can go for finding out the keywords here. Okay. Now you can see the message here. Okay. So what are the interested words that if you are doing research and if you are targeting the audience or the reader from United States of America, what are the topic they are interested? They are interested. Your research paper, if carrying, say the top 100 words, keywords I'm sharing with you. See, you can see the waste management in United States, that is, they are more interested about the waste management, and you can see that how many people, what is the volume, how many days before they are searching this topic. You can see the waste management, they are using the word management, property management, supply chain, and the risk management also. You can see these are the topic that they are interested. But it may not be same for another country. If I am targeting, say, another country, and I would like to go for targeting, say, another country. Okay, I would like to show you the topic searched by the people from Sri Lanka, okay, or South Africa. Yeah, South Africa. Let us see that in the management field, what are the topic they are searching in South Africa. Whether it is similar to the United States or it is different. Let us see here. You see that here the first word is coming as a project management. Okay, it is different from the United States. You can see here there that supply chain, they are also interested project management, but again human resource management is also coming on into the top 1 2 3 4 5 top the keyword. So depending upon your country, depending upon your audience, you have to give the keywords that in which country you would like to target your work. Okay, so this is the one of the beautiful website, and I would like to share with you all. This is link. Then I would like to share here that yes, here I think yes, keyword generator. Okay, I think that you are having this one, everyone getting that link, keyword generator. That whenever you're writing down your research paper, please use this website to find out at first if you are framing your title of your research paper, you need the keywords, some good keywords in your topic. Secondly, if you are targeting, say, I'm showing only the management word, you can use the different word. You are doing work, research work in the HR, in electronics, computer, science subject. Okay, you can see here, social sciences. Okay, social sciences, and I'm writing down social sciences. Then thereafter I'm changing the country name also. Okay, I would like to say here say, well, some more. Okay, India. I'm selecting India. I would like to know in the social science and humanity research, that is in India, what are the main keywords people are interested? Let us say here. Okay, you are having now the 10 or 100 keywords. You see that some people are searching Tata Institute, this, that we know that these are very reputed. You see that they are using directly the social sciences. Okay, and now you have to find out that what are the words that research methodology, you can see here, they are interested, and social science subjects. Okay, so what are the topic they are interested practically in that country? What are the audience you are targeting for it? Okay, now I have already shared you that this journal link. Thereafter, I would like to share the same type of the another website. Okay, so WordStream, this is another one I would like to share with you. Yes, this is also for finding out your keywords of your research paper. Okay, if you are writing down your research paper, you need the keyword, you need the good title of your research paper, And I think that you can go for that one. And I am writing down this one link. Okay, I am copying and pasting it for this one. Yes, the next word is changed. You can see that free keyword tool. Do not worry, I'm not sharing with you the paid one, because keyword can be find out free of cost. So why you have to go for the paid? Yes, sometimes you have to use the paid software whenever it is free of cost not available. Now it is available free of cost. And one more website, this is number 3. I am that word tracker. I would like to share with you. All the websites are working in the same style. You just copy and paste your subject area, and you can go with, say you are doing your research in qualitative research. You just write down qualitative research. You are doing practically in a small domain. You write down your domain name here. Okay, you can find out. So I am sharing with you. And I think that this is also with you. Yes, the next one, that word tracker. And by Google Trends, I think that most of you are using here, and country-wise you can find out. I'm sharing with you also. So these are the websites that you can find out your the keywords. Well, I think that I have done my job. Well, so now this is time to request you that whenever you're writing down your research paper, you would like to use some software, and you have to go with the authentic one, okay? Like this, and I have shown you the live. That is, you can use this software, you can find out the keywords of your research paper, whatever your subject may be, whatever topic may be. I would like to now open the search for everyone. Everyone can write down your message publicly. And my request is that do not worry. Whenever you're starting your research work, it seems to be tedious work. Whenever you're addressing some topic, you will feel like that, oh, this isn't very difficult for me. I cannot do that one. But do not lose your confidence. It is only the never give up way, that whenever you are getting all the things. And thank you everyone for your that messages, inspiring messages. Everyone that is sending me the messages during my presentation. And right now also I would like to copy some messages here and to share with all. And you can freely share your opinion. Now it's open to all. And this is, I think that we have more and more that thank you Barsakus also for writing down that's such a wonderful message. I would like to copy and paste because we are coming towards the end of today's webinar. And my point was that I have to show you all that the live one, that is how actually the research papers are appearing in Q1 journal. Everyone is saying like that, let us publish in a Q1 journal, target the Q1 journal, Scopus journal. So practically I have shown that how this month, in February month, the research papers are appearing in a Q1 journal, top journal of the world. And how you can get the free access to this particular journal. It is very important. If you want to go for writing down your research paper, you truly need the collection of research paper from the Scopus journal. And therefore, today my presentation addressing that how to collect the research paper from Scopus journal, because you are writing down your paper for Scopus publication. How to write down the paper in Scopus paper, that journal, you need the Scopus journal papers collection. And I have shown you how to download. I have shown you how to go for search engine optimization. That is the SEO. That is the keywords. How you can find out the keywords. I'm really thankful to Pretty Dave for your message. That Nisala also, that for such a wonderful message. Puja Madan also, that such a wonderful message you were giving me. And the Wekam also, that writing down, and great. And also the Akanksha Pajapati, that's saying wonderful, thank you. Vinita, user, Supriyo, John Echo, Manalisa Patnayak, Dr. Annie Alexander, Madam, Maniram Gimire, Divhi Prasad, and Ranjita Matre, Dr. that Muhammad, and I can see that more and more messages also now coming appearing on the screen. And as we are coming towards the end of today's session and running out of time. I'm really thankful to all of you, Gautam, the Abdul Wahid, each and everyone for your messages. And very soon we are going for ending up this today webinar. But before winding up the session, I would like to take the opportunity as an inaugural session. I would like to unmute some of our the speakers, some of our participants to be unmuted again, 2 or 3 participants, speakers, and then I think that you can share your viewpoints. Thank you, Dr. Marina, for your message. That I think that you will get the live that one recording session also. Do not worry if someone is late for joining the session, you will get the recording one. You can go again and again through the session and you can see the website links, how I am using, how you can download your free paper from Scopus Journal. And my request is only before unmuting you, do not pay money to anyone. This isn't wrong. I feel so. Do not pay the money to the journal also. Let other reader to buy your paper. Yes, why you are paying for publication? My request is then go for free publication. I will show you all the journals subject wise in upcoming webinar live. That is whatever your subject may be. Go for free publication. Do not pay money to the journal. Let us do more research and more innovation. I would like to take the opportunity to unmute our patron madam, Dr. Jan Rolly Madden here, and for one greeting message for Madam comment regarding my presentation also and today's webinar. As we are inaugural session, we have already done like that at the last final stage of today's webinar. I would like to request Madam for your few words.
I am in awe. What an awesome presentation. I mean, I really enjoyed it. I was taking notes. I was cutting and pasting. I was just enjoying listening and learning to the wonderful live presentation. Sir, you have outdone yourself. And even it was in the science journal. I was looking at it. I said, aha, someone talks about the page count. Someone talks about the word count of the abstract. All wonderful ways to help us get these works, which have good content, come to see the light. And that's the purpose, to publish and publish where your work will be seen. You have just done it, sir. Thank you very much. I enjoyed the entire session. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Madam. And really, we are appreciating the wonderful presentation made by you and the inspiration I'm saying to everyone. That is the opening of today webinar was done by our patron, Madam. And definitely, we will have the grand opening. We know that everyone, that how Madam is inspiring the world and motivating all the people. Now, I would like to take the opportunity to unmute our Abu Said sir also from Bangladesh, the president from Bangladesh Research Council.
Yes, thank you, Chairman. Thank you very much for this lively presentation. It's amazing, as Jan Rolly mentioned, that yes, it is very much not taking a presentation that we what happens. Sometimes we want to appreciate the presenter. We want to present the clap, or so we are taking the notes, so we are not getting that opportunity to give the reactions. So it is amazing. You are doing excellent, and I hope all the participants, they have enjoyed your presentation. All the 3 presentation was on rock, and it is an amazing inaugural ceremony of TORMP 2021. Amazing. So we are learning, and I hope all the participants who have joined as a new participants of it, and they're sharing the platform Eurekia Research Center for the first time. I hope they are pretty sure that they will learn a lot by the upcoming days, and we have many more sessions to come, and we will learn a lot, and we will learn together. We will grow to, we will be enriched, and we will be skilled altogether to change the world. As I mentioned in the early talk, that only the researcher, none but the researcher, can give the best or better shape of the world. So we need more researchers to come forward to take the leadership and to change the world for the betterment. And I don't want to waste the time, but I want to really appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. All the 3 speakers, Jan Rolly Madden started, and then Alexander Madam, and then you, sir. Thank you very much on all the supporting staffs, the committee members of the TORMP 2021. Thank you for for your support and effort. And we are learning, and we are very happy, and we are grateful, and we are thankful. Thank you very much. Good night.
Thank you very much, Abu Said sir, for your such an message that which will really inspire the world researcher and academicians. Now, I would like to take the opportunity to unmute another speaker that we have seen. That first, Rolly Madden given us wonderful presentation. Thereafter, that our Dr. Alexander Madden showing us all the steps of the research paper writing, how you can go from title to other, that every paragraph. That now I would like to take the opportunity to unmute Dr. Alexander Madden and to give her the speaker message.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Good evening to one and all. So, sir, it was an excellent, mind-blowing presentation, sir. Always you're like that. With live demonstration, you will make the people amazing like that. Your presentation is awesome, sir. And I know that all have really enjoyed and they have gained some knowledge regarding that. Even though it is not that easy to, but still, sir's repeated sections will be really making you to more update with your knowledge. Really, it was wonderful section, sir. Thank you so much, sir. And also, Rolly Madam was an excellent section, sir. Excellent section, ma'am. You're also always amazing. Your presentation always will be amazing and interesting. And really, I know that all the participants have really enjoyed today's all sections. And really, I'm thankful to all my dear participants and all my eminent speakers who are yet to come in the forthcoming days. So thank you so much to all the participants, and especially special thanks to Dr. Rituraj sir, Pratiksha ma'am, Rolly ma'am, Abu Said sir, Rajesh Konu sir, Kulkarni sir, and all my dear Eudoxia family members for your cooperation and for organizing excellent international workshop conferences and 1 month training, because it's all the teamwork and your enthusiasm to give knowledge to our world. So thank you so much to all of. Thank you so much and good night. God bless you all.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And we have seen that Dr. Alexander Madam also shared her opinion, and we have already received her wonderful presentation. This is time to unmute our Professor, Dr. Rajesh Khanna, sir, that is Dean from Eudoxia Research Center, to give us the comment and the message.
Good evening, sir. Good evening. Actually, good morning to Rolly Madam. Good evening to Abu Sayyed sir and all others. Okay. It was a very, very mind-blowing session. Excellent. No words to explain. Okay. Excellent and excellent. Of course, yeah, it is the starting day. It is we have done in 3 centuries in the first day only. Okay. It is a mind-blowing. I thought that just it is in 7:30, but it is 9:30 now.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah.
Very, very nice. Very informative.
Like that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. Good night to all. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. And this is true that we are actually whenever in a webinar, as Abu Said sir also say, like that whenever your first webinar, you will not find out that when you are receiving the valedictory session, the 12th webinar, because it's program is going on like that 2021. It's going to be complete terms. We have enjoyed a lot. All the researchers, all scholars, even I think that in the valedictory of the terms, with the tears like that, the researcher, academician, that they are becoming one family. That is family member. And I am sharing here that this is the beauty of this program. We have seen that our Rolly Madam today starting with the excellent presentation. Thereafter, we had received Dr. Alexander Madam presentation. I have shown you the live demonstration and trying to give my best within that time. And finally, I'm appreciating each and every guest of honor also, because during their time of that 30 minutes that they are sharing their viewpoint, they are giving the valuable advice to our researchers and academicians. So, and I think that everyone will support, everyone will go with our research center. We are trying our best from our side. That is because today is inaugural session, we are having the guest of honor, their comments, their opinions, everyone. So always be ready for the new findings and new research. And I hope that we will all together will enjoy the upcoming webinars. So special thanks to our speaker of the day, that is our Dr. Rolly Madden, Dr. Jan Rolly Madden, Dean from Margaret Ever College, City University, Newark. Then our speaker, Dr. Annie Alexander Madam, also the president, global president of NAPA. And also that all the resource person, those who will present their work, also those who are contributing to our research center, all the officers, all the management team, all our deputy director, general manager, research officer, all the junior research officers, and all the country president from the different country. Special thanks to our Abu Said sir, special thanks to our Kannur sir, with special thanks to our Samuels from Ghana, Muhammad, and from Nigeria, all the team, that is from Ogun to Lily Madam, each and everyone doing the excellent work. So finally, we would like to say you good night from India, and we will meet again each other in our upcoming webinar. So namaste, please stay safe and take care. Good night to all. Thank you very much.